know a man called Jesse, he's got a bald head. He likes eating bread and he loves Father Ted. He spends most of his life in bed. Arsenal history and more, yes, that's what he said. Now it's Jez's arsenal and he's making bread. TJ, you don't have the answers. 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 TJ, you don't have the answers.
Comes called the typo king. If it's A or a he can type a thing. So when he comes into the cave, this is what we sing. All bow down to the typo king. We got the Bob champion doing her thing. Mama is her name and modding is her ting. Doll in the building smoking on ganja. This is the cave, so raise your hands. Yeah, Donnie, pushing the pool to another title for them. It's very vital. We got the Stephanie, the United Queen. Always, she can never keep it clean. You also got Joanne, who loves our data. In every word, loves him like she loves a turd. Tony Neri in the place to be. The cave is the place, and yet he is the man to see. The LongHairedYeti'sCave song is now done. Big up to all the dwellers. I love everyone. I love everyone. I love everyone. Here comes Kyle, the typo king. If it's an aura, he can't type a thing. So when he comes into the cave, this is what we sing. All bow down to the typo king. We got the Bob champion doing a thing. Alma is her name and modding is her ting. Doll in the building smoking on ganja. This is the cave, so raise your hands. Yeah, Donnie, push it. The pool to another title for them. It's very vital. We got Stephanie, the United Queen. Always, she can never keep it clean. You also got Joanne, who loves our data. In every word, loves him like she loves a turd. Tony Neri in the place to be. The cave is the place, and yet he is the man to see. The LongHairedYeti'sCave song is now done. Big up to all the dwellers. I love everyone. 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 We got the all the dwellers. I love everyone.
Right, okay, so that was all the songs that I've made up. I still do like the TJ You Don't Have the Answers one. I think that one is really good. I like the new one that I've done as well. There's one or two I need to shorten down. The one with now I've actually subbed to Sunni AI because you have to actually to have it on a monetized channel, which I didn't know about, but I do now. So I don't want the strike. I've already got a warning, so I don't want those strikes. So I've got to just keep going with it and keep like making a few more different songs and things. Then we'll see where we go from there. Bill Daniel Knights, how you doing, mate? Anne's not being sacked yet. No, not as far as I know. I keep reading a lot of different things, to be honest. I've seen Sean Dyche, possibly. I've also seen Marco Silva as well. So, I mean, I don't know what's going on there, but none of it makes a hell of a lot of sense to me, mate, to be quite honest with you. For me, it's like you built a house and now you're knocking it down. I mean, we just lost Ross Wilson. He's gone to Newcastle as their sporting director. So he's a big part of it as well. So, you know, it seems to be going not great at the minute, to be quite honest with you. And Ange, well, for me, I mean, I've seen enough. I've actually seen enough, to be honest with you. I mean, look, he went 19 games without winning at fucking Spurs. Do we want that? Do we want to go back down? Is that what we want? Because as soon as that happens, that's it. We lose everybody. So everything we've built is just gone to shit. Makes absolutely no sense. And there's no games coming up that you would, you know, definitely say, oh, yeah, there's a win. There's a win. That's a win. You know, so I mean, we're going to have to get something sorted because otherwise we're just going to be in mad problems, to be honest. And if we get any injuries from the guys that's gone on the internationals, hopefully that doesn't happen because that's going to kick us in the tits even more. Forest against Chelsea is next, and that's not going to be an easy one. It's at the City Ground, so we should be able to do something there. SC Porto then comes to the City Ground, and then we've got Bournemouth at Vitality Stadium, and we don't very often do a great deal with that, to be quite honest with you. Man United at the City Ground. Now, you might not like this, but that's the only one I can see where you might actually get something. But Sturm Graz at Merca Arena, then Leeds United at the City Ground, Anfield, Liverpool at Anfield, and then Malmo at the City Ground. And if we don't put up a fight against them, then there is going to be issues. And then Brighton, obviously, at the City Ground. So it don't get no easier. It's the Premier League, isn't it? You know, it's not going to get any easier. So, you know, we've got to get it sorted out. But for me, Ange's got to go. He's got to go. I don't really see what we're doing. You know what? I could understand it if you've got to get rid of Nuno and then you sort of bring in somebody who's got the same kind of style for the players we bought in. That I can kind of understand. But we pretty much perfected that style. So we needed somebody who was going to continue that style, not somebody who was going to change it all up and try and do a totally different style to what we play. That to me is just insane. Insane. But, you know, if you're a supporter of the club, then you have to go with what's happening and things like that. And hopefully something will change in it. I can't see it with Ange. I don't think it's going to happen, to be quite honest with you. I just can't see it at the minute. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I just can't see it. I can't see it happening. I've invited Cole, and as always, people can come on if they want to and have their say. I'm just going to get a drink, guys, and we're back in a second. So yeah, I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but you know, I can't really see anything happening there. And the problem is, we're going to get used to actually trying to keep the ball all the time. Then someone else is going to come in, and then we're going to be trying to do something else again after that. So it's not perfect, is it? Ooh, ooh, Pepsi. No, it's not perfect situation for Forest at the moment. I mean, you look at the table and you're on the verge, really, aren't you? You're proper on the verge of actually being in trouble. So that makes absolutely makes no sense to me at all. I mean, Bournemouth are fourth. They're not going to be easy at the Vitality Stadium. That's going to be a really difficult one to get something from. And we're 17th, you know, then you got Burnley, then you got West Ham, then you got Wolves, you know, and either Burnley or West Ham win, and that's it. We're in the bottom three. If we don't, I don't get it. I don't get it. You built something really good, and then he's kind of just taking it down, and it just doesn't make any sense at all. Big up Adam, how you doing, matey? Big up Yaim, I missed the Prem League, bro. Yeah, I mean, when it's like the international break, I mean, it does get annoying, to be fair, but at the same point, it does give you a little bit of a break yourself as well. So, you know, you ain't got all the watch-alongs and stuff like that. I mean, I would prefer it that way, but, you know, you've got to have the international breaks. And as per usual, certain teams have sort of like got the injuries, so their players ain't going to be going there. I'm just hoping we don't get any, because if we do, we're going to be in a massive lot of bother. Murillo, I don't know if he's actually gone, because he's just come back. But he went down in the last game, didn't he? So yeah, that's not good either. So I mean, it's not looking great for us at the moment, but hopefully we can get something sorted out and turn the corner. Do you think Big Ange is the answer? Because I don't know what the question is, if he is. It just doesn't look to be fitting. And the thing about it for me is, if he turns around and says in a interview that he'll have it sorted in a few days, and it's not sorted in a few days, then you've got to start worrying, haven't you? I mean, no disrespect to Midtjylland. I mean, they played us off the fucking park, basically. But it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. Same as your United team. You know, it's not acceptable what you guys have had to put up with. You got nice kind of pop, have you, Yeti, bro? Yeah, got some Pepsi, mate. Bought some the other day. Not really drinking at the minute. I'm not really that bothered about it. Got 3 cans in the fridge if I decide to have one. But I can't say that I'm all that bothered, to be honest. I mean, I'm in a stage where I'm not worried about it, and I'm not really going to be drinking tonight anyway, because I've got to take the cat to the vets tomorrow. So got a game looked at. Hopefully they can sort something out with him, because I've got a neck collar on him at the moment, which he's not enjoying in the slightest. It's very difficult for a cat to maneuver around with those collars on, because obviously they rely on their whiskers to where they can go and things like that. So I'm always hearing him walking into shit all the time, which makes a change, because that's normally me. When you think Big Ange will go, Yeti, mate? I think with Chelsea being it is at the City Ground, isn't it? I think no, it's not. It's at Stamford Bridge, so I think he might. Oh, wait a minute. No, it is at the City Ground. I can't read. I think if he loses that and don't really show a lot, then I think he'll be gone. I think he'll be. He's got to act quick. You know, I mean, the whole situation's fucking stupid, isn't it, really? It's absolutely fucking stupid. I mean, we had things settled. We was doing well. Yes, we lost 3-0 to West Ham, but, you know, that was just like, that could have just been a one-off. And then it just goes to shit from there, because we let Nuno go. Will Nuno do what he needs to do at West Ham? I think he's already getting it sorted out. It's just whether he's got the players on board. If he can get the players on board, I think he'll do fantastic at West Ham. I mean, and then we're stuck with Bian. And let's face it, are we seeing anything different to what Spurs was doing? You know, like Rasta said the other day, fucking our line for life. And it is. It is. It's just there's no cohesion there or anything. Well, I mean, we're keeping the ball, but then it's the fight. The fight's not there. That's the annoying thing for me. The fight's just not there. It don't seem to be working in that respect. So I don't know what's actually going on there, or how we're going to actually be able to sort that out. And the fact that you've got this this break now, the international break, that's not perfect timing because he ain't got the players with him to get him even more moulded to the tactics. So, you know, that's not the most ideal timing either. So I don't know. And the get him out is actually for Stormer, not to Ange, although it could be for Ange, to be honest, the way things are going. I just want to. It's crazy because last season I was so fucking proud of my team. You know, I mean, I love Forest anyway. Whatever happens, I love Forest. Regardless, go down, whatever. You know, that will never change. But the thing is like, it's just so frustrating because last season it looked like we was really starting to get something going, and it looked like we was really going to start doing something and taking over things, and it's just gone to shit. Are you confident for the next Premier League game? It's against Chelsea, mate, at the City Ground. The fact it's at City Ground, no. I don't see anything, mate. So I can't really say I am. Big up, Carl. Big up, matey. And big up, Carl, mate. Yeah, the fact it's at the City Ground, you know, we should be. But then again, you know, you've got to look at the other games that's been at the City Ground. It just doesn't seem to be working, mate. Don't seem to be working. Big up, Malto. You all right, matey? How you doing, bro? How did your Friday night go? I couldn't get that game working at all and ended up turning it off. Got into the game like a few times, but it was just running like shit. So, well, actually, it didn't run that bad when I was actually in the game. I just couldn't find any fucker to shoot, and then just kept getting shot left, right, and fucking centre. So, oh, fuck this. Can't be arsed with this shit. Couldn't find pipes. I mean, I would have been happy if I could just find pipes and put a bullet in his head. If I could have done that, then I probably would have been happy. But we went on to Demio instead. I might be able to hop on later, bro, but won't be out until after 7 if you're still going. Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries. You know how it is, bro. If you want to jump on, you can. You know. Hey, Malto, bro. Big up, Adam. And also, living legend in the house. I think Andrew will be gone after Chelsea game. Yeah, I would imagine so. I would imagine so. Cole and Malto. How you doing, Stephanie? Welcome back. Enjoying your tuna bake. And big up again, Stephanie. Yeah, Friday went swimmingly, mate. If you catch my drift, I do catch your drift. No, really, though, all we did was meet and talk over dinner. It was nice to catch up. Yeah, all good, man. Yeah, all good. It's always nice to catch up anyway, isn't it, with friends and stuff like that. My mate's funeral's tomorrow. My mate who I showed on the stream a while back, his funeral's tomorrow. I can't actually go. There's no way I can actually get there. But they've sent me, they're doing like a live stream of it. So I'll be watching the live stream instead. Yeah, mate. Yeah, passed away last week. Basically, well, I don't want to go into the details, but yeah, mate of mine from ages ago used to always hang around going to Rock City and, you know, just causing mayhem and stuff like that in Hucknall, where I come from. And yeah, he's a good mate of mine. I hadn't seen him for a good while. It's a good few years actually. The last time I actually saw him, but proper Forest fan as well. So, you know, yeah, he was a good lad. He's part of the crew that we had like back then, you know, and he was a good lad. I'm sorry, mate. Yeah, it sucked, man. It sucks. But I mean, his sister's absolutely fucking destroyed, and his mum. And I would have liked to have gone there, you know, but I just can't get there. So yeah, it's so I will be. I have got like a live stream link where I can actually tune in to that. So I'll be doing that. Won't be drinking tonight because obviously I've got that, and then I've got to take Freddie to the vets in the afternoon. Can't fucking remember for the life of me what time she said. It was 2 or after 2, I can't remember. So I'm just gonna go up there at 2 o'clock and hopefully I get the fucking thing right. Sorry to hear that news, buddy. Hope all is okay. Yeah, absolutely. So it's a friend of mine from a while back when we was teenagers and going out drinking and stuff like that. To Rock City and all that, and went to concerts and all that kind of thing. So yeah, he was a big part of my life, you know, along with the other guys, which it would have been nice to have seen them, but it's not possible. There's no way I can get there because I've checked the buses and all that kind of stuff, and I don't do that traveling all that much now. I don't even know fucking how much it costs or anything. So shame I didn't get the bike thing sorted out, because then I could have rode over there if I'd have passed the fucking thing, Norris. But yeah, rest in peace to him, Dean. Rest in peace to Dean, because we was good mates. Like I say, I haven't seen him for like a while. You know how you sort of like break up from things and stuff like that. And I don't go talking all that much anyway, so. Train prices have gone insane. Yeah, it's not. I mean, I found there's 2 buses went from here, and then I have to get off one and then get on to another one, and it's just it's just no way I can do it. The only way I could have done it would be to get a tram into Hucknall, and then my brother pick me up, take me to the funeral, and then bring me back and drop me off so I could get back on the tram. But he can't do that, so he's not able to do it. Eagle still being brainwashed by Arteta, still backing that manager. He is too scared to face me. I'll keep cooking that wrong and brown envelope. You want to get on the fucking stream, bro. Get on his stream if he'll let you on, or change your name or something. I don't know. Didn't all the drivers just get massive pay boosts? I don't know, mate. I ain't heard anything. Like that. What about Gary Neville? What a massive bellend that guy is. I mean, I'm not being funny about Gary Neville, but let's face it, the guy just winged off being in a team with a load of world-class players. You know, he was never all that. Gary Neville was never all that. He just got lucky being in a great Man United team, and that's pretty much who he actually is and what he's doing. Yeah, what did he say, Gary Neville? Yeah, he was saying that, you know, the attack on the synagogue, he was saying it was all the blame of patriots, white patriots. He's a sellout. He's a sellout little bastard. That's what he is. He's an absolute sellout little bastard. If you get to go on your stream, I'll be cooking that wrong in a brown envelope. I ain't coming on here, bro. You'd have to go on his. He's definitely not coming on here. I've been working all week and missed everything. Yeah, it's just what I've seen like on YouTube and things like that. Just things I've been looking around. Everybody's onto it. It's gone absolutely viral what he said. And he said something else as well about standing up for the grooming gangs and stuff like that. I was just watching a YouTube video on it. And what a pilot. What a piece of fucking shit. What a piece of shit that man is. Anybody, I don't care who it is. Anybody that stands up and stands by grooming gangs or anything like that, because you're sticking for immigrants and all that lot, you are a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. And there is some good news, guys. There is some good news. Ian Watkins, who was the singer of the Lost Prophets, yeah, if you remember, yeah, who did a certain thing on a certain young, I'm not going to go into it, I don't really want to say it on here, but did something anyway. Look it up. It's not nice, but look it up. But he got a knife the other day in prison, so that's some good news. Absolute wrong'un. Absolute wrong'un. My grandson is working on inventing a teleportation device. He's let me down. That would make things a lot easier, all about molecules. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, we could do with that, actually. I'd love something like that. You know, when people come into the chat and start giving you shit and all that kind of stuff, just teleport right behind them, grab the back of their head and wham, straight through the fucking screen. I've always wanted something like that, and I've been gaming and stuff like that. So I like a girl will never disgrace the cave. Nope, absolutely not. 100%. Yeah, that I've heard. Rest in pieces, you absolute eteric monster. Yeah, definitely. The legal immigrants are now far more vocal about the illegal ones coming in and ruining the process. Yeah, so they should be. So they should be, because there won't be no picking who is and who ain't if it goes off. The worst of the worst, and was that he was a PDF. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of the worst, mate. Of the worst. I mean, there's not much more you can see that's more fucking horrible than what he did, to be fair. I mean, I was watching it after I watched Ed Gein Monster. I saw it was like I was on YouTube, and obviously, like a load of other things came up with the algorithm. And I was watching a John Wayne Gacy documentary yesterday. Fucking hell, man. That's another one, isn't it? John Wayne Gacy. I'll tell you what, if you've never seen the film To Catch a Killer, yeah, that is excellent. That is Brian Denny playing John Wayne Gacy, and that is the fantastic acting in that. Fantastic acting. Rest in peace, Bozo. Yeah, absolutely. Condolences to your friend, yeah, R.I.P. Cheers, man. He was a big Forest fan. The rule for the funeral tomorrow is to wear a Forest shirt. So I'll be having my Forest shirt on when I'm watching that. But yeah, he was big, massive Forest fan. I've got I did have, I don't know if I've still got it. If I've still got it, or did I get rid? Yeah, I think I've lost the picture now. I did have a picture on here because I did an RIP on him, because somebody came in and went, "Oh, what are you saying RIP to people for?" What do you think I'm saying RIP to people? What do you think I'm saying RIP for, you fucking donut? I made the mistake of reading into the atrocities when it happened. Absolutely horrendous. Worst case I've heard. 100%. 100% the worst, definitely. BTK was sick. Yeah, he was proper sicko. He was. Yeah, that's it. Blind torture kill. Oh, he was proper sicko. The way he did that like interview, and the way he was talking about like what he'd done and laughing and all that kind of. These people, man, just insane, isn't it? It's insane. Back in a bit. Well, BTK's actually in the Unbreakable. You know, the film with Bruce Willis. Is it Unbreakable or something like that? Where he's in the plane crash and he survives. BTK's in that, or it's a killer that's molded on BTK. They've never really gone into the BTK thing. Or should I say Taunt, because Taunt looks like him, but that's not very nice to say. So I never said that. I'll edit that out. I did a piece on him for my sociological, yeah, I can't say that. Class in uni, yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I've always like watched all the videos and stuff like that. And to be honest, some of the ones you know about that they monetize and put in films and stuff like that, and nothing like some of the ones that you've not heard about. Some of them are even worse, mate. There's one guy used to wait at the train station for young lads, well, men, who had nothing, and he'd offer them a job and stuff. He was a windpipe guy, and he used to just sit there talking to them, and then all of a sudden he'd get behind them, and then he'd just go and just fucking bite and rip the windpipe out, bite the windpipe out. Hey, what the fuck? Crazy. There's only one thing better than a Forest fan. That's a heavy metal Forest fan. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Have you heard the new I Prevail album? I'm fucking loving that. What an album that is. But yeah, he's proper metalhead, same as me, and proper into his Nottingham Forest as well. So he's a top lad. You know, we always used to go out drinking and fucking around and stuff like that. That's right. Yeah, his actual name is Dennis Radar. Yeah, that's right. Raider won it. It was class Raider. But yeah, he's actually in the Unbreakable. He's the guy when he finds out what he's gonna do. I mean, doesn't say that it's him, but it is him. He is buying and torturing and killing people. So. But there's a load of it. I mean, there's like, you hear about Ted Bundy, you hear about Dahmer and things like that. But there's loads of worse ones. I think one of the worst ones I've heard of is probably Michael Fish, and I wouldn't even look that one up. If you think that one was a bad one, Cole, look at Michael Fish, because I'll tell you what, some of it's hard to read. Some of it is hard to watch when it explains kind of what he did to people and stuff like that, because the thing is, he didn't feel pain. So basically, when he's like hurting somebody, it doesn't mean anything to him because he can do the thing to himself and it's not going to hurt. So he don't mean anything to him. Chikatilo, that was another one who used to grab the orphan kids from the train station as well and take them back home and fucking torture them and shit. Ed Gein is also another disturbing case file. Yeah. Well, I've just done like an honest thoughts and opinion on the new thing on Netflix, the series on Netflix, and it is phenomenal. It is really good. It's some of the best acting I've seen in a long time. He does a fantastic job, and the voice, everything. He just got. I mean, I don't know if he got it spot on because I don't know Ed Gein, but he did a brilliant job on it. Yeah. Oh, there's a series on it. Yeah. It's on Netflix called Monster. Ed Gein Monster. It's freaky as fuck, man. Freaky as fuck. I mean, I seen the film ages ago. And the film's like quite good as well, but this really goes in, it's fucking fantastic. Pepsi, how you doing, matey? I watched ET earlier, a bit different from what you watched. Yeah, just a bit. Just a bit, mate. I knew someone was going to say that. What did the weatherman do, Michael Fish? Nah, honestly, mate. Yeah, I know. I see where you're coming from. That's what I thought when I read it, to be honest. But yeah, he was a piece of work, mate. I'll tell you now. And he never even got the weather right. It's disgraceful. But yeah, he's probably, out of all of them that I've read about or anything, he's probably the worst. I don't think you'll ever. Albert Fish. It's Albert Fish. That's it. Yeah. Fucking Michael Fish. That's it. Yeah, you've got it. Fucking Michael Fish. We'll just call him Dave. Fucking Michael Fish. You know what? That's crazy. I think I've said that to a few people, and not one of them sort of picked up on that. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, Albert Fish. Have you actually read about him and stuff like that? I didn't realise until yesterday that Gary Alton was lined up to be AC/DC replacement to Bon Scott until his addiction to drink and drugs were discovered, and was cast as Nick Cotton in EastEnders 2. What's that? Really? I know about that. Mind you, I tell you what, I'd like I've said, my mate's got some good company up there. He's got Ozzy Osbourne, he's got Lemmy, he's got the man, the myth, the legend, Brian Clough as well. I mean, they're all legends, let's face it. Freddie Mercury, you know. And I'm sure as soon as he went through the gates, fucking Brian Clough was there going, "Hey, young man, you sit over there. You don't sit there, you sit over there, young man." And I'm sure that would have been a good moment. I preferred Michael Fish over John Ketley. Can't believe I said fucking Michael Fish. I don't think that's the first time I've said it either. Carl's normally on here laughing at me at that point because I get it wrong. Mate, I read about them all years ago, went in depth. Yeah, same here. It does fascinate me how they actually are able to do things like that without any remorse or anything. It's fucking absolutely insane. Scary people. Allegedly, Albert Fish shoved nails up his rectum, then got bare bottom spankings and never felt any of it. He never felt nothing at all. And that was he used to sort of, wrap himself in like a carpet to sleep and make it like really, really tight to the point where it probably, do all of us no good whatsoever. But he just never felt any pain. So anybody he got hold of, if they're in pain, it doesn't mean nothing to it. He was fucking serious. I mean, some of the stuff he did. When he took the parent's daughter and did what he did with the parent's daughter, and then he sent a letter to explain everything he'd done to their daughter. That's the kind of guy he was. But surely that's mostly urban legend. No, apparently that is it. If you look on YouTube, there's I can't remember what the channel's called now, but it tells the whole story, proper graphic as well. Proper graphic, but it's only going to come from that kind of thing anyway. Narcissistic behavior leads to psychopathic tendencies, allegedly. Yeah, 100%. 100%, I would say so, yeah. I mean, I know these sort of look, at the end of the day, when we're born, we're a blank slate, aren't we? We are a blank slate. So there's got to be something in there to do with like what happens at certain points or something like that. There's got to be something to do with a childhood thing because we are a blank slate when we're born. So there's got to be something happens that turns you into that kind of thing. Do you remember the thrash band Macabre? They were obsessed with serial killers. I don't actually. No, I haven't heard them. I have to give them a listen. I mean, I started listening to Marilyn Manson because obviously they all had the names. I think there's a Gacy in the band of that as well. They all had the names and stuff like that. The only reason I got into Marilyn Manson, believe it or not, was because basically I was watching a talk show. Can't remember what it was. And they were saying that this kid had committed suicide and they was blaming Marilyn Manson's music and stuff like that, the Antichrist Superstar album. So I was just intrigued. So I just thought, right, I'm gonna get that album, and I've loved all of it ever since. And I'm sorry, but if you're going to do things like that, and there's going to be something there's already things missing upstairs if you're going to go there from listening to albums or watching films. Yo, Scald, says Stephanie. Maltor, you have to go to the debate whether or not people can be born psychopaths or their social settings turn them into such sociopaths. Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it, really? It's quite an interesting thing to look at. I mean, because a lot of them, I think BTK, if you look into his history, he had a good family life and everything, didn't he? Apparently. if I remember right, sort of looking into it, he didn't have any of that kind of background, which is probably why they don't use him and put him in, do loads of different films and things like that on him, because he actually didn't have that kind of background, so he don't fit the narrative, does it? Whereas Ed Gein's got that kind of background, and a few of the others have as well. One or two of them, if you look at the way they was brought up and things like that, then there is one or two things that don't make sense. And I think it's just because they don't want to go to the point of having society to blame instead of just something else. But there's a reason behind all of that, surely, I would have thought anyway. Stairway to Heaven and Hell would be a good hybrid song. Yeah, absolutely. Stairway to Heaven, Highway to Hell. I am sure the Cenobites are having a field day with the Black Soul of Watkins right now. Yes, yeah, definitely. Hopefully. I would hope so. It's took a while, though, isn't it? It's took a while because, he's been inside for a good while, but it is about time. Let's face it, he's not going to have gone through the horror that he put the person, the victim through, is he? Which is the unfortunate thing. And you shouldn't feel like that, and you shouldn't think like that. But at the end of the day, I'm sorry, but if you do that to other people, and you do that to someone, then I wish you nothing but pain. Nothing but pain and a painful death. 13 years, unlucky for some. Yeah, definitely. That was unreal. And there was a person that I used to know, a friend, and one of the women that was involved in it, and she got absolutely fucking crucified and stuff like that. Now, if it was true, the way it happened, then so she should have, to be fair. It's just sick, man. There's so many really, really sick individuals and people now. Does it come from being solitary? Does it come from living on your own and and your mind going in that respect? I don't really know. There's a lot of ideas, but no sort of real 100% answers. Nobody really knows, because there has been people who have had situations like that, but still grown up to adults and been okay. So how do we work that one out? That makes no sense. We're going to get more of them anyway. If you look at the way some people are, they are absolute narcissistic, 100% narcissistic. They just got no or feeling for anybody else, and it's like this fucking it's like this be nice fucking bollocks, this be kind, right? Be kind basically it's to help you, who the person that's saying that you're kind, because the first thing people do when they're good to people or be good to people is tell everybody else that they're good to people. So it's for their own feelings of feeling good about themselves, surely. I'd say, look, be good to people, be nice to people, but don't be nice to fucking assholes. If you're an asshole, then no, they don't deserve it. So no, I'm sorry, you should fuck around and find out. I can't think of anything lower than what he did. Ninth Circle of Hell, in my opinion, in Hell material. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Definitely. Yeah, he is solitary. Yeah, he lives on his own. Yeah, man, I do. Yeah, there's nothing, there's something about me. I watch all these things as well. I watch all of them all the time. I'm always watching these psychological fucking things and just seeing, getting into the mind of it and all that kind of thing. Up to now, I've not done anything, but and I've got no reason to do anything either. But when they blame movies and stuff like that, that to me is just when they blame movies and stuff like that, that's just to cover over for the society they've created, in my opinion. And let's face it, the biggest psychos run the planet. Let's face it, they're the biggest ones. They just do it in a position where they're never going to get caught. Yeah, he the next up and coming killer confirmed. Loldorf. Yeah, I'm not about any of that. Well, I stay away from people, so I think I'd have a job doing it. To be fair, I definitely have a job doing it. But yeah, I think it's a society thing, in my opinion. And like I say, there's people that run the world that are doing this stuff all the time, which are absolute psychos, you know. And but they're in a position where nobody's gonna. Well, we know, but they're in a position where nobody's gonna notice. Look at Jimmy Savile, for fuck's sake. I mean, they make out they're the pillar of the community and everything like that, and they make out they're the best friend of everybody while they're doing stuff like that in the background. Same as John Wayne Gacy, he was exactly the same. The Nottingham Hairy Butcher. I'm having a better one than that, bro. You know. No, I'm not having that. I'm having I don't know. I don't know. Can't think of anything at the minute, but it's definitely not the Nottingham Hairy Butcher. Definitely not that one. But yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's weird. The infatuation with it's crazy as well, really, because a lot of people are actually infatuated with these things. The amount of money they'll pay out for like murderabilia, they call it, or something, where they buy the lamps, Ed Gein lamp and all that kind of stuff. You know, there's also that kind of thing sort of going off as well. So yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? But most of the time, the people that do these things come across as the nicest person on the fucking planet. You know, that's the type of people that do this stuff. What do you normally hear when somebody gets found out doing something? It's normally, oh, well, I used to see him every morning. He was a really nice person. I've always got on with him. He was absolutely sound. Well, they weren't, was he? But the thing is, the way society is now, we don't bother with each other. So nobody bothers with anybody. Nobody knows who anybody is. So it's quite easy to do things like that, you know, if you want to. The Tit Award of the Week goes to Gary Neville. Yeah, there's so many angry white men called Jihad Utter Clan. He was practically calling you out, Yeti, for being patriotic about the British flag. Of course he was. Of course he was. Calling us both out, man. He's a sellout anyway, always has been. Like I said, he's only famous because he was in a great team with a load of world-class players. He's not fucking anything, that prick, eh? Hey, let's talk about Gary Neville, yeah? Valencia, management. He's doing a commentary. Oh, what United need to do is they need to do this. If I'm Roy Keane, which I'm surprised he hasn't, which he probably has, but off camera, I'd turn around and say, what the fuck do you know? Never won a game. You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up, lad. Hitler and Stalin are two mass murders in history, and Stalin takes first place by margin. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. You probably just got me demonetized without reading that out there. Yeah, he could play Jigsaw if pushed too far. Be very careful, chat. Let's play a game in the cave. Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. Here's the man, the myth, the typo king. It's Mr. Typo King.
Hey, Typo King in the house. How's things, Yeti? Good?
Yeah, right.
I'm all right, mate. RIP to your friend, by the way, mate. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, cheers, man. Yeah, cheers. Yeah. It was quite sudden, actually. I didn't know anything until my brother told me. Because it didn't come up on mine, but yeah.
Yeah. He's around the same age as you, was he? Or?
It's very, very weird when someone passes that, you know, that you around the same sort of age as, and, you know, around the same sort of time. It's very strange, but, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of a humbling thing almost, isn't it? Like a bit of a reminder that your mortality is not so far away, I guess, isn't it? Kind of. when you see that.
Absolutely, 100%.
Freaky,
Yeah.
guys. Sad to see it though, mate. You have a funeral you're logging in online, are you?
Yeah. They sent me the link, so I'm going to be watching it online. I have my Forest shirt on when I'm watching it as well. So yeah, pretty much. Michael, we all know Neville is Radcliffe's bitch. Yeah, he's an horse, man. Stephanie, do you want to play a game, you bellend? And you can't. They all think I'm a serial killer now because I live on my own. So.
Oh yeah. No, who would think you're a serial killer, mate?
Well, you don't know, do you? I wouldn't tell you if I was.
So I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm being sarcastic, mate. I absolutely do think there's gonna be a documentary out of you in a few years, mate. Oh, stop. Yeah, but
you could see it, can't you, on a documentary? It'd be like, all he kept doing this thing called the cave, and making out he was everyone's friend, and and all of a sudden we looked in the garden, and oh my days, I've never seen so many bodies.
Yeah, fragments of over 1,000 people got missing. Which the weird thing, they're linked by being Derby fans, which is a strange coincidence. But
weird. Now you talk. Now you've. I'm thinking about that one now. Pepsi says Chad won, Central Africa 2. Oh my days! I thought Chad was good as well. We all float down here, absolutely. And Cruz Campo killer, yeah. Goal Belarus 1, Scotland 1. But yeah, how you been anyway?
All right, mate. Just working all week, flat out, traveling a lot as well up and down the country. So it's traveling takes it out of you more than anything else does. I think sitting in a car for 4 hours, it's so fucking exhausting. And then just fuck up, nothing really to look forward to on the weekend with no football. As much as it drives us mad, you do realize how much you miss it when it's not here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. It is weird, isn't it? Because you're sort of like thinking, what to do next. I mean, I do like these chill streams, like where you just generally have a chat. And I enjoyed the gaming one on Friday. That was absolutely fucking awesome. Really enjoyed that. A lot of idiots in here, man. Mate, honestly. Yeah, after you've gone, I think it was. Yeah. But you was one of them actually, but
True.
After you've gone, there was somebody came in, started talking about. I could tell who it was straight away. Jess came in, did say hello to me as per normal, and just said you're a fake or something to one of the guys that was in there. I ignored all of them. Mama came in, she got rid of one.
Oh, nice.
One or two of them as well.
Nice
but
one.
I just ignored their comments. I knew what they was doing.
Yeah. But that's the only way to deal with them. Like I said it for years now. I don't know why everyone gives them attention, because that's what they want. And fair enough to them. I don't blame them for keep going when they keep getting attention. Sometimes for many minutes on a stream, and they get entertained by a streamer. They think it's funny. It's not. It's not funny for the rest of the chat. Your regular members in there actually putting in constructive comments that go towards the stream. And then the streamer ends up hosting them for 10 minutes, arguing back and forth to a guy. You're never going to win an argument against a guy on the internet with a faceless avatar. So just ignore them. Just ignore them.
That's pretty much what I do now, to be quite honest with you. I mean, someone came in and went, "Are you supposed to grow your channel if you keep blocking everybody?" And I was like, "Well, what makes you think I want to grow the channel?"
Well, that's number one, and B, there's only a certain kind of people that get blocked in the first place.
Of course it is.
You can talk about whatever the fuck you want here within reason, and even if you have different opinions, as long as you're respectful, no one cares. We don't. Not everyone in the cave agrees with each other about everything.
No,
about football, not even about politics in some cases. But we're still friends because you know what? We're mature adults, mate. That's why.
Yeah, you're not supposed to agree with everybody. No. I mean, that's not the way life works. Got to have debate.
It'd be so fucking boring if you did, mate.
Of course it would. It would.
Oh.
I just sort this out. My headphones are gone funny. Fucking everything's fucking breaking, bro. Driving me up the wall.
We can hear. I think I can hear you fine anyway. Does that help?
Yeah, yeah. You see, the sound dropped for some reason. I don't know why.
Fair.
I think StreamYard's actually got some using some kind of new software or something. That's why I'm struggling getting a lot of things on, like with the NVIDIA broadcast. But it sort of pushed me to get this set up with the t-shirts at the back and all that kind of stuff. So I can still sort of do it like this. So it's not like a big issue, to be fair. So have you watched Ed Gein then? I take it.
I've watched. I think I'm on episode 4 now. Yeah, I said at the start. I haven't finished it, but I have. It's a very very good gist of it so far. You know,
Awesome, isn't it?
Yeah. It is. It's fucking. It's dark and twisted. I'm not very good at talking without spoilers. I'm not a pro like.
Be careful of that. It's a story most people know. I would have said. But.
I for some reason I think a lot of people, well, a few people I know anyway, personally, Ed Gein seemed to have slipped under their radar. That they never heard of him, which I was surprised by. So just in case if people haven't, I don't want to give it away. But really well done so far in my first 4 episodes. I'd say Charlie Hunnam's done a great job too.
I don't think there's that many films on him. I remember watching one ages ago. But I don't think there's, like there is a load of Dharma movies and a load of like John Wayne Gacy and Bundy and all that. I don't think there's a hell of a lot of like movies on Ed Gein. I think you'll probably might get a few more now, and a few more people that's kind of interested in it. But the whole thing is just it's freaky as fuck. I mean, I enjoyed it, not gonna lie, but it is freaky as fuck.
But wasn't like Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of inspired by him as well, kind of? Or is that
pretty much? Yeah. That's kind of the route it goes down. But I don't want to say any more than that. But that is pretty much the route it goes down. It told me a lot of things that I didn't know, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I've looked into a lot of it, but I didn't know. Scouters, there was one a while back about Gein, was okay. Yeah, I think I remember watching one a good while ago. But yeah, that's pretty much all I know. I did know about him. I mean, he's probably one of the worst, to be fair, with what he did, even though there weren't that many victims.
Yeah, I think maybe that's why he falls under the radar a wee bit. He's not as prolific, I suppose, as others. Has there been many movies about the Night Stalker? I know there's lots of documentaries about. There hasn't been many movies.
There was the Netflix one, but that was more a documentary. I don't think there's any movies, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah,
I mean, he was grim. He was grim as well. Yeah. So I don't know whether they'd actually do that or not. But I mean, I don't see why they bother nowadays, because they don't seem to bother about any of that nowadays. But he was very grim. Yeah, Ramirez. Yeah. Gein was the original inspiration for loads of stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Right. Psycho, Silence of the Lambs. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, yeah, fair.
Yeah, and obviously the Chainsaw Massacre as well. Ramirez, that's him. Yeah, the one who said, "I'm going to Hollywood" or something when he was given his death sentence.
Yeah. He looks like a Ramones member that went awry. To me, I always said that about.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah.
And like I say, there's a few. There's one that they called. I can't remember what he's called now. Basically, get on a train in the morning, went to another town, killed somebody, mutilated them, and then got back on the train and went back. And he just kept doing it into different towns and stuff like that, going into different towns, killing people. Can't remember what he's. I think he was a homeless guy or something like that. But there's quite a lot of them. Son of Sam. There's Son of Sam as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Son of Sam. Yeah, it's kind of it's a hard way to word your interest in these sort of things, because like I'd never say I'm a fan of these people. Obviously, they're decrepit, horrible.
No, I'm not a fan.
Satanic people, but it is a fascinating world of how someone can do shit like this and is it mental illness? Is it just a result of trauma? Or are people born that way? It's a very fascinating world in that regard. Like, but it draws massive attention. massive attention.
It seems to be from what I've seen, most of them completely lack empathy. There's no empathy whatsoever. There's no remorse, nothing from them. They will actually talk about peeling somebody's head off like you talk about like opening a tin of beans.
I know, it's crazy.
It's insane. It's scary as fuck, really, when you think about it. Fred West movie would be cool, as I live nearby and could watch filming. Yeah, I don't think they've done anything. I don't know if they've done a Fred West film. I don't think they have. There's also the Moors murderers as well. Brady and can't remember the other one. Karen Brady and someone else.
Yeah. Then there's lots of them throughout history as well in different countries that don't really get the same attention, obviously, because they're not from English speaking languages. But there was a guy, I think he was from, it's either Colombia or Brazil, and apparently I think he was the most prolific one ever. I think it's in the well over 120. I'm paraphrasing here from what I heard, but which is absolutely insane to think about. But there's plenty of wrong ones in this world, mate.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is. I mean, because I went to the waxworks at Blackpool, and I saw a lot of them. Obviously, there's a lot of waxworks of them in there, and that was where I learned about Chikatilo and the Ramirez, obviously, and then. But there's a lot of them. Like I say, if you actually look into it, which you do or you don't, but if you look into it, there's a lot of them that's far worse than any of them that put on the screen. Far worse. Albert Fish, I did get it wrong. It's not Michael Fish. That is the weatherman. It's fucking Albert Fish. But I mean, I tell you now, that is dark.
I haven't looked into him much. Never looked into him much.
Dark, bro.
Is he English or is he American?
No, he's American, weren't he? Albert Fish. But that is dark, mate. Yeah. That is dark. Yeah. I believe he's American, anyway. I'm sure he is.
So sometimes I have to. Yeah, you go ahead. Yep.
Well, Scout says Ramirez called himself the Night Prowler after the AC/DC song, but the press mispresented it as Night Stalker. Then that stuck. Yeah. And Ian Brady and Myra Hindley. That's right. And there was an ITV drama and a Netflix documentary on Fred and Rose West. Yeah, I do remember watching something like that. Savile modelled his look on Myra. Yeah. And Monster, the Ed Gein story, that on Netflix, fella. Yeah, it is, mate. It is on Netflix.
Yeah.
Golden comment, that, both sickos. Yeah, and then you've got, obviously, the Huntley and the other one, which to me seemed like a copycat of Myra Hindley and Brady. The Soham killers.
Yeah, sometimes, I have to kind of, I wouldn't be able to consume that content all the time because it just puts my head in a very, very dark fucking place, you know. But even with Ed Gein, I was fucking eating fucking food last night. And like, I started episode 8, it was year 3 or 4. I was like, no, fuck this. Wait till I'm done eating just in case, you know. It's like, it's just grim, man. It's just so fucking grim.
Was it the pork and beans?
I think something like that. Something like that. But even
the very same thing, isn't it? To be honest,
basically, mate. Basically, but even though other times, even just mentally, I have to kind of be careful how much content I consume because it is.
I think the reason I like sort of watching them is I like to know like what sort of breaks you to that point because we've all been in a situation where somebody's getting on your nerves that much, and like say you're walking down the road and you go that way and then they go that way and then you go right, I'll go that way, then they go that way, and you're just thinking, I don't know, I'd smash it through your head.
Whoa.
You know, at what point does that stop being a thought to being an action? So that does absolutely fucking
get into that stage of just cutting each other off, stepping each other's way is hilarious to me. By the way, that's a low boiling point, mate. Like, I was thinking you're going to go into if someone backstabs you who's a lifelong friend, and then you might consider someone standing in your way in the street. Jesus Christ! If I had a hammer, oh my God, Jesus! Hey, don't ever sell Yeti a hammer Woodies or whatever homeware stores in Nottingham, mate. Jesus.
Yeah, it just interests me. Carly's out an Ed Gein lampshade I see in the background.
Shit.
Well,
Well
I
spotted.
wonder what that guitar's made out of. Is it made out of skin?
Oh, no, it's wood woven from human hair, mate. Keratin,
There's no way Texas Chainsaw Massacre would have got off the ground in this day of age. Well, I don't know about you guys, but you know all the movies I've watched that got banned ages ago. I've watched most of them and just thought, well, I think they must have got banned because the shit.
Yeah, in the same breath, there's like you think that with a lot of things, but then like you have the likes of the Terrifier trilogy so far, which is more brutal than anything I've ever seen before.
Yeah.
Obviously, you had the Dahmer documentary which is on Netflix, which is typically a
big up Michael, by the way, as well. Sorry, I didn't say that.
Big up me. And now with the Ed Gein thing too, so they're maybe things are turning back around. Who knows? I don't know. I think we always have a thirst for shit like this as consumers anyway.
It's interesting because it's like the forbidden thing, isn't it? It's like the forbidden thing, and I think that's kind of why people sort of get interested in it and stuff like that. And I don't know about you, but if I'm watching any of them, I pretty much piece it together myself watching it, because I've watched that many of them. Not ones that I already know the story of, the other ones.
Yeah.
I kind of can piece it together in my head straight away. It's kind of weird. I probably should be a detective or something like that. But and Mama Flossie can do it as well, because we've spoke about that a few times. They would never capture that vibe again either. No. And big up you guys, says Michael. Yeah, I mean, it is, and I think that's kind of what it is. If you watch a lot of it, you get psychologically involved, and I'm sure Maltor doing like his sociology or wherever you said sociological thing, he would probably be able to sort of do the same thing. It's like when I watched ages ago when somebody goes missing or something, and the parents are there crying. The amount of times I've called it and said he's got something to fucking do with it.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've called it is crazy. It's fucking crazy.
That's why I don't consume too much of it, because even just being able to recognize patterns and getting into that frame of mind is, for me personally, it's not healthy. And it's the same thing I would even kind of say it's semi-linked with social media. Like, there's a lot of people who say if you're kind of you're kind of someone who's a bit of an introvert, say, right? And you only kind of consume your news via social media, Twitter, whatever else, and you're only getting fed the worst cases of everything going on, depending on your algorithm, depending on what your political view is. It's either the best or the worst, and it creates a false narrative in your head. You go out and believe that shit, and it kind of warps your fucking brain. I'm trying so hard to be very careful now, more than I ever have been, what I'm consuming because of that.
I think a lot of that kind of determines what kind of person you are as well. It's same as this thing where somebody watches a film and then goes out and does what they've watched and all that kind of stuff. Now that to me is just that's somebody who's a mental head anyway, and he's going to do something at some point regardless. Something's just going to trigger it, and that's it. And he's going to do it anyway. I can pretty much watch most things, to be fair. I struggled with the Albert Fish. This is why I'm saying to you, be
really
careful. Wow. I did struggle when they was explaining some of the stuff. It was painful to hear, and it was nasty, to be honest. So I did struggle with some of that, to be fair.
I can't watch it if it involves kids, or even hear recounts of things that happen to kids. That's why, when you mentioned about that,
I wouldn't bother them, mate, to be honest. I'd just leave that
piece of satanic crap from that band who was dealt with. I looked into that when that happened, because I know like a lot of I used to hang out with some of the emos back when I was a teenager. I never liked the Lost Prophets personally. It wasn't my kind of music, but my friends did, and I read into it. I just heard he got arrested. I didn't know why. Looked into the story. I was basically going to take the piss out of my mates back then. Basically, lighthearted thing. He got arrested for something very light, and then Jesus Christ, I read into it. I was like, oh my god. Oh Jesus Christ! I can't handle stuff with kids.
Yeah, that is a serious one, really serious. I mean, I just don't know how you can do things like that. But Forest's situation is more of a bloody mess than Ed Gein's house. That is true. That is true. Yeah, definitely.
Jesus.
Well, there's definitely a few people need skin in there. That is a fact.
Oh my God.
Sean Dyche has dropped that much. Apparently, well, I'm hearing Sean Dyche and I'm hearing Mario Silva. Now, look, is it Mario Silva? He's not Mario Silva, is it? It's Marco Silva. Is it
Marco Silva? Yeah, Marco.
Yeah, Marco Silva. Not fucking
you're
Mario.
making me remember names wrong from you constantly saying them wrong. Granted, I'm getting you back. I'm probably getting you back with the spelling of everything that I do too. So
yeah,
it's a fair trade.
But the thing is, like I've said, if you're going to get rid of Nuno, then fair enough. But get somebody in who knows how to who has the same kind of philosophy and all that kind of stuff. So Sean Dyche, whatever, he's better than fucking Ange. At least will be defended, and he did really well with Burnley. To be quite honest with you, Ange is just a fucking dope, mate. He's an absolute dope. I don't think he's going to do anything.
No, I don't.
I'd take on definitely.
Look, he just doesn't do himself any favors. Like this whole situation, he is I'm a neutral, but I have a soft spot obviously for Forest, since becoming friends with you, and I always held the club with respect. But this whole situation is an absolute shit show. It just is from top to bottom how it all started. And I go back to the whole thing with Marinakis, and people say to me, once you speak out about the owner, that's it, you're out. Fair enough. But who crossed the line first professionally was Marinakis by storming the pitch when there's 125 fucking cameras on the pitch, and he's there telling Nuno off, making it all about himself. That guy could be a bit of a problem. He's driven, and I do believe he does want the best for the club for sure. But his ego is out of control, and that could be a very dangerous thing. So, to your point, if you have to get rid of Nuno, don't bring in fucking Ange, a polar opposite type of coach compared to Nuno Espirito Santo, for fuck's sake. Bring in someone like ride the waves until you get to the end of the season, because this is the actual fact of it. It's about survival now, unfortunately.
Yeah,
because
of course it is.
To change things up like that after such a high is going to completely destabilize the entire team, the entire squad, and the fan base too, I'm sure. I don't know what it's like with the fans. Are the fans becoming a bit split? Is there some sympathetic towards Ange and not, or are you fairly united? Is the question, sorry.
They're basically, some of them think give it time, it'll work out eventually, but and then there's others saying get him out now and all that. Same old as it always is. I mean, and where Marinakis is concerned and getting on the pitch, I actually did the silly thing and supported what he did there and said, "Oh, it's passion, it's passion." You know how you do when you,
of course, in the moment,
But obviously, seeing the things that's happened afterwards, I'm starting to think there's something not fucking. I mean, look, the guy's done an amazing sort of job for us and all this, that, and the other. But I think this one's really, really a step too far for me. It's just, I don't look. Get rid of Ange. Look, Ange did what Ange did. Ange, I mean, fucking Nuno. He did what he did. He came out, said what he said. There was only going to be one ending, in my opinion. I said that at the time. And it's like, get someone, like you say, someone with the same kind of philosophy with the players that we've got. Because now we're going to get Ange trying to go, right, I want you to keep the ball all the time. And then if Sean Dyche comes in or fucking Marco Silva comes in, then it's basically going to be, right, I don't want you to keep the fucking ball all the time.
Yeah,
it's just
hard.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's absolutely ridiculous. It's like he sort of built a house and then he's knocking it down. It just makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it does seem that way, and it's really unfortunate, obviously, given the season he's had last year. But hopefully, hopefully this. Well, if he I don't think there's time to give Ange. That manager pisses me off. He really annoys me with just the way his body language on the pitch when things don't go right at all. He completely fucks the game up, and every time I know I've said this probably on the last stream, I say it in the comments all the time, but holding your head. I'm holding the laptop up in my hand, so I can't do both hands. But having both hands on the back of your head, looking like a fucking lost kangaroo, be trying to trying to dodge the fucking camera crew, trying to dodge the camera crew from Steve Irwin's fucking documentary team, looking like a fucking retard. Literally, like every single time a goal goes in, or you end up getting defeated in the match, it just doesn't look well. Especially given the situation, like, does he know he's on borrowed time? Has he been given, like, what was the contract?
He's not bothered.
Do you know? Do
I
you know what contract?
Idea.
Yeah, I don't either. I'd love to know that, actually.
But I mean, look what he said in the interview. He said, "Oh, you all think that I'm like really bothered about this, that, and the other, and I'm not worried. I like doing this. I'd rather be here than sat on the sofa." At that point, we're all sat there thinking, "I wish you was sat on the fucking sofa." And he was saying, I'm watching it on Sky, but then he put in a comment saying that basically, but I'd have you lot on mute. And I was like, you're not in the position to making all these kind of comments. Michael says, facts, Carl, absolute wrong on that one. Yeah, he's on about Watkins. I love his name bloopers. We need a compilation video. If I ever get the editing right, and I'll probably sort one out. Bouncer the dog of neighbours would do a better job than Ange. And Michael. It's getting desperate if the rumour about him considering a Cooper return is true. What a nosedive situation. I can't see that happening because he fell out with him, didn't he? So I really can't see that one happening, to be honest. Evening, how's your week been, to Stephanie? But yeah, I can't see that happening. At the end of the day, you just want to watch your team and just see what they're capable of doing. Because the thing is, what you got to take into account, it's not just about getting relegated, even though that's the worst, but it's also about, if we get relegated, that team is fucking stripped quicker than a fucking carcass by hyenas, mate.
Literally, yeah.
Seriously,
yeah. No, it's utter madness, the situation that's unfolded. Really, either way, where whoever's right or wrong, the situation ultimately is absolute madness. I mean, I think being professionals at the highest level of fucking of football, really. I mean, you think what could have transpired would have been like, hey, all right, I hate you, you hate me, but let's just see the season out. You're the best that we have. Unless, as I said to you before, when the news initially dropped, unless there was an adequate improvement on Nuno, then fair enough. Nobody would even fucking be talking about this anymore. But the fact that he brought in the likes of Ange and is now considering Sean Dyche or whoever else, or if what Scott says is true about bringing back Cooper, which it would be crazy, which I wouldn't see that happening, but if it did, like, you surely maybe should have come to some sort of a agreement to be like, all right, at the end of the season we'll get rid of you then, I mean, continue on, or at least until January, where you've secured enough points, because even though you didn't have a great opening start to the season, I still see you guys under Nuno would have been not certainly not 17. Anyway, you would have been fine. You'd have probably been almost secure by then. So, yeah, man, it's a shit show. Sad.
Well, I mean, losing to West Ham probably didn't help, but like I say, if we did go down, that's Anderson's gone, Morgan Gibbs White's gone, Murillo's gone, Milinkovic is gone, Sells is gone. Chris Woods will probably leave and go back to Zimbabwe. Not Zimbabwe. New Zealand. Oh my fucking days. There's another one.
That's if anyone can clip something, I don't know how to do it. Clip that, please. Clip that. Mate, you need to hire like a live editor just to clip all this shit. Make a montage. Oh, but jokes aside, but you could also even Nico Williams, he'd be another one probably gone too.
Yeah, I reckon so. Yeah, Ina's definitely. He's definitely gone. I mean, you have to look at it that way. Callum Hudson-Odoi, he's gone. Mate, we're just going to get stripped completely. We're just going to get absolutely stripped completely. What does Nigel Clough do these days? I think he's still at Mansfield. I'm not sure. I think he's still managing Mansfield. Postecoglou literally means son of a postman in Greek. So when you're going to deliver? True.
That's brilliant.
Big up,
That's
Dal, mate. How you doing? The pub, and
big up,
is
Dal, mate.
Nigel not still Mansfield manager? I think he is. I'm not 100% sure on that. Michael, all good, thanks. United aren't playing this time next week. Anfield game might be really bad. Hope you're well, buddy. Oh yeah, you've got Liverpool, ain't you, next? Yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, I mean that's the problem for me. Do I think we'll go down? To be honest, I don't even know because the way we're playing at the minute, it just doesn't look great at all.
Yeah,
There's nothing to be positive about.
It's so up in the air now. Like that's the thing. It's at the start of the season, nobody would have said Forest would have gone down. If anything, you would have said maybe you could, what's the possibility of you even improving your position from last season? But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not one for predictions anyway because I don't like doing it. It's one of them things that people
No.
do just to make themselves sound smarter than they are because nobody actually fucking knows. But right now, mate, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I hope action is taken and a proper appointment is made for you guys because it'd be a damn shame to lose Forest.
Oh yeah, 100%. But the thing is, it's like if you get somebody else in, then you've got to pretty much start all over again. So I mean, none of it's ideal really when you're in Europe as well. I mean, we've got Porto coming up, we've got Malmo coming up as well, which is obviously a big fucking game for us at the City Ground. You've got Man United coming to the City Ground. I might not be too worried about that one, but Chelsea, there's Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. Don't normally get much from that. Big up, Joanne. How you doing? Hope you're well. And how are you both? All good. And as Freddie, he's got a neck collar on him at the moment. I mean, he is settling down with it. He's not like running around all the time and that, but he keeps, when he's eating, it gets stuck in the collar.
Oh, shit.
So then he gets on the bed and decides to finish eating. I think he just scoops it up in the collar now. Just sits there fucking eating it. But it is horrible to see, to be fair. Yeah, I'm good. Seeing Chelsea women winning 1-0 over Spuds women. Would have liked to have seen more goals in the game, but still 3 points on top of the WSL. Absolutely. Nice. Boring. Nice. No Prem this week. And yo, Joanna. Watch Ed Gein, Joanna. You watch that while there's no Prem. Because that's really good. But yeah, I mean, we're concerned. It is a worry. Murillo went off again, didn't he? So, that's not good. So, also, we're in the international games now. Hopefully, we're not going to get injuries from that either, because that's going to fucking kick us in the tits as well. It's unbelievable. And then you've got people saying that, don't panic, don't worry, and all this, that, and the other. It's like, well, look, I mean, I've said this many times. I never expected to see Forest in the Prem. We're in the Prem, and we want to stay here. We absolutely want to stay here. And people might look at it as being a bit, a bit negative and all this, that, and the other. But when I'm seeing things on the pitch that is negative, then I'm going to be negative.
No. People saying that you're being negative for demanding more. And commenting factually about this current situation that you're in. These people don't give a fuck about your club, man.
Nah.
I care more. I care more about your club than these fans do. If they say don't, you absolutely should be panicking. You should be holding whoever you think is accountable as a fan base and voicing your concerns. Don't make the same mistake Arsenal done and lose your club to some bullshit. Yeah, we cement our place between 1, 2 through 8 as a given. Right, but that's relative to what is expected from us, given everything, the budget, everything else. For you guys, like you came up from the Premier, you came up from the Championship, but look at what you've achieved in that time, though. Qualified for Europe, finished. Where did you finish in the end last season? 7th, which is insane. Consistently good all season, defeating all the big clubs pretty much, barring 1 or 2. So that's it. Standards change. Standards change based on what's going on, based on how much money is being pumped in, based on who the manager is, based on what kind of players you have. Like I look at your first 11 going into every game this season. I'm like going, you're capable of way better than this.
Yeah,
way better with the players that you have, and you're missing. And I know you're you're missing Aina for a while, Murillo obviously for a few games, but
Mm.
even without them, still should be doing better than what's been on offer so far. So, no,
To
you're
be honest,
absolutely right.
he's clearly a decision from somebody that doesn't know football. You know, I mean, I know he's got like loads of teams and stuff like that, but he clearly knows what, you know. You can't just all of a sudden bring a manager in that does a different thing and it just go buff, it works. You just
No.
That's just insane to me. If it had brought somebody in that had the same sort of style and the same sort of thing, then yeah, I could understand it. But other than that, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Joanne says, "Oh no, what's happened to Fredo to have a neck collar? He's got a great big patch. Mind you, it is healing. He's got a great big patch off his back, and it's just skin. I showed the guys on the pictures the other day. It is actually getting smaller. You can tell that. The vets rang me the other day. I said, "Oh, put like a bodysuit on him," and they said, "Well, no, you need to take that off because if it's not got no air to it, then the germs will get onto it or whatever. Then it will start to amass germs and possibly get infected." So I've took that off. They said I had to put the neck collar back on so that he definitely can't keep getting to it because he'll just keep opening it up all the time. There's like loads of other ones come up on the right hand side as well. He's got a great big that dint in his head. That is insane. That is. It's like a dent in his head, and it looks like there's some growth in there as well. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Look like eggs to me. Looks like eggs. I don't know what fleas or whatever. But I mean, I've used the spot on. They didn't seem that happy that I'd used the spot on because apparently that's not the best thing. Although I thought it was. So you can only go with what you know. If I'd known there was a PDSA right up the street, I'd have took him ages ago. But I didn't know there was one there until I found out the other day. Otherwise, I'd have got it sorted as soon as it started, sort of thing. So I've got to take him tomorrow. Hopefully, we get that sorted out and get him back on the road. I think they'll probably give me another neck collar because the one I've got is like a comfortable one, you know. Where I think they'll give me one of them plastic ones. Not as comfortable in any way, shape, or form, but I don't think that's what's important at the minute. I think it's important for him not to be able to get to what he's trying to get to. So that's going to be the main aim. I still can't believe Forest have got Ange as their manager. No, join the club on that one. International break came at the right time, given our defenders are all on the treatment table. Well, I'm happy for you then, Michael. I'm happy it worked out for you, mate. That fills me full of so much fucking good feelings. It's not even real. Players are unsettled with Nuno going. Yeah, I think there is a bit of that as well. I do agree with that. I do think there is a bit of that. Wolfie made that happen. Pure wronging. Yeah, absolutely. And give Freddie a cuddle from me. I will do. Guys, he's a bit untouchable at the minute, to be honest.
Yeah.
He is a bit untouchable at the minute. He just kind of just sits there and just goes to sleep, which is probably the best thing for him to do because when he's walking around, he's walking into everything because they use their whiskers to sort of know.
Yeah.
So he's fucking walking into everything all the time at the minute. So, but he's doing all right. He's worked out how to eat with it on and everything like that. So hopefully get it sorted tomorrow and moving on.
Well, it's the best thing you can do anyway, mate. Just bring it to a professional. If you know home ailments, home kind of remedies don't work, then you know this is the best thing. It's the best thing you can do. I have my issue with vets, but at the same time, they are trained professionals. Like
this is PDSA, so it's free. It's ones that actually do like give a toss, basically.
Oh wow, fantastic! I didn't even realize there was a service like that in the UK.
Yeah, it's PDSA. That's free treatment.
We don't have that in Ireland for pets.
No, I mean they should be that everywhere really, but you know they have to be funded out on the outside. You know, doing crowdfunding and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of funds in the state that could easily be allocated towards keeping them open and comfortable if they so choose. You know, that's the thing, especially in this fucking godforsaken country that is Ireland.
Yeah, I might offer a donation anyway. I'll see how it goes tomorrow, and probably offer a donation because we need to keep these places going. You know, so people can actually get help because the vets now are just fucking mercenary. They don't give a fuck. All they care about is how much much money you're giving them all the time.
No, they essentially reflect the pharmaceutical industry as well. That they try to, they push medications on dogs. I'm speaking for dogs. I'm sure it's all animals. I'm speaking from experience. Like they push the most crazy things onto your animals all the time. Which, by the way, they ain't cheap. Even if it was the right thing, it's not fucking cheap.
No.
I had a bad experience with a vet there with my previous dog, and they were like just wanting to, when he first started showing signs of cancer, basically, bladder cancer, and they were just giving, when you can just tell someone's giving you advice for profit more than care.
Yeah.
Describe it. And I was obviously seeing red upon the diagnosis, and I said, "What's the best for that dog? Never mind you or me. What's the best for him?" Basically, kind of a way. You had to almost wrestle that, and lo and behold, it was starkly different than what the original advice was. When they realized I wasn't someone to be playing with. So yeah, no, fuck anyone who monetizes pain and grief and suffering.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Stephanie, Freddy sounds like he's trying to impersonate Frankenstein. Hope he gets mended soon. Yeah. And mine goes in Wednesday for a lump on the side of his mouth, having it removed. Yeah, he's got that as well. He's got like a swelling come up on the side of his mouth, which I think that's going to be sort of dentistry. I think he's always had like an issue with his teeth anyway, and I think that might be, like an abscess type. That could be that. But at least if he's going there, then they'll find that as well, and we'll be able to hopefully get him sorted out. I'm lucky to have found a good vet that don't charge the earth. No, the thing is, you only got to look at how many people want to be vets now and how many people want to be doctors and all that kind of stuff, because they can see that, and it won't be long. Trust me, guys, it won't be long before the doctors are charging you as well. That's why you're struggling to get into the doctors now, because all of a sudden they'll go, right, we'll come up with... And the funny thing is, and I said this to a mate of mine the other day, as soon as it becomes a monetary thing for the doctors, where you've got to go in and pay your treatment, pay for this, not Bupa and all that, I'm talking the general doctors, yeah. As soon as it's that, they'll be sending you letters all the time. Oh, you need a checkup. Oh, you need this. Oh, you need that. Now, before, never do that. When it's free, don't do that. But guarantee they'll be doing that. Dentists do it now because you're paying for your dentist treatment. And I've said all the fucking long. And the trouble is, people don't fucking listen. If you keep letting them charge these prices, they're going to keep charging these prices. And if you keep paying these prices are going to get higher. All you have to do, all everybody has to do is say, I'm not paying that. Because if they're not paying that, they've got to drop the fucking price. We're forced to ourselves, to be honest.
We are, mate. And I've all but given up now at this stage. I used to be a passionate kind of person, trying to always tell people, truth.
Oh, don't bother.
No, I've given up. I've already given up because even if you can change the mind of 4 or 5 people in your close circle, and that's a lucky thing to be able to do, and very unrealistic because people are so bullheaded. You're never going to sway the masses because people are just genuine. We're just too busy. We're caught up in our lives. We don't think about the greater picture. We just take everything on the chin. Especially, it's all across Europe. But I mean, I can only speak really in my experience with Ireland here. Like we are the worst culprits of it. We just take charge. We are charged for everything here. The only way you can kind of have a semi-comfortable life in Ireland is either 2 things: either that you're in the 1%. For whatever reason, generational wealth, or you win the lottery, or you're a very brilliant entrepreneur that happened to make it, or you don't make a single effort at all in anything in life whatsoever.
No.
And then you're given everything free. But if you're an unfortunate motherfucker with pride and wants to work and wants to be able to do your thing and have a purpose in life, you are screwed left, right, and center. Ireland it's notorious for that. I'm sure it's the same in the UK. I'm sure it's the same pretty much all over the world now, but effort is not rewarded anymore.
It's same as truth. Same as truth and honesty as well.
Very true.
And everybody that's like be honest and go, oh well, yeah, okay, I didn't pay it like for 2 weeks, but that was because of such and such happened. They will fuck you, mate. They will rip your trousers down, bend you over the fucking desk, and give you 6 good ones. Honestly, you don't. I tell my mum all the time, just don't like fucking say this straight away and all that kind of thing, because they're
Yeah.
looking for people like you, because there is people that ain't paying the money. So they need to make that up by getting it out of you and your honesty. And it's
Exactly.
sad, because that's just the state of the world at the minute. The
And what
devil,
drives me
the devil owns the world at the minute. Nobody will tell me
never.
anything different.
Yeah, you said that to me a few months ago, and I agree with you
Mm.
completely there. What the other hypocrisy of it all is that despite us all suffering as one from the standard of living in our respective countries, is that we are the most politically active we've ever been, but for different causes, and that's what
Yeah, yeah,
drives me the most insane.
yeah,
We families, friends don't talk anymore for being associated with left or right, but
yeah.
yet ignore every single key issue in their own country. That's in my experience here personally.
Mm,
Whenever I go to a social setting, and I never hear people talking about the state of Ireland and the
mm.
absolute horrificness that we're all facing here in terms of standard of living. But yet these people will fall out with each other over issues around the world, over like the election in the US,
Yeah.
politics in the UK, obviously the Middle East, which is always always at the
Mm.
forefront of people's discussions. This is what people fall out over, but they don't
Yeah.
ever even have a conversation about what's going on in their own backyard. To me, is
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I
Well,
I've
left and right
completely
was
I've given up. I've given up totally. Sorry.
left and right was created as that's a social construct, because that actually
100%.
divides us all the time. Because if you feel one way about something and one way someone thinks one way, and the problem is nowadays we can't have debate. You cannot
Nope.
debate people
Nope.
that don't agree with your stance. And the
Yep.
thing is, you can make friends with somebody. Like back in the day, you make friends with someone at the pub, and you'd get on really well, and you'd see them again the next week, and you'd start hanging around and and having a beer with them and all that kind of stuff. Not nowadays, because all of a sudden they get your socials, or they go, "Oh, you're on Facebook? Yeah, I'm on Facebook." Blah. I guarantee you're unfriended by the end of the week,
Oh, 100%.
because of something you post, even if it's a
Yeah.
joke or if it's a meme. We're far too sensitive nowadays to thinking,
100%.
and the best way to do it is to think that not everybody has to think like you do. Because when you
Yeah.
think like that, then you're building like a fucking the Borg resistance is futile kind of scenario. And
Literally.
everybody has a brain, and everybody could use it and think the way that they need to, and don't need to don't need to be hate based on that, just
Nope.
because you think a different way. You might not be versed in it. Everybody also thinks that everybody knows everything about everything, and you're choosing to be ignorant. You know what I
No.
mean? We don't
No.
all look into everything, because
No.
it's like we were talking about the
Well,
serial killers and stuff. I watch all the stuff on YouTube and
mhm.
things. You don't, so you can get the fuck out, because you don't agree with me. You don't watch what I watch, so go away. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking at certain foods in the shops, not paying it. Four frozen burgers in Tesco, quarter pounders, £5.40 rip off. Yeah, all the things have gone up as well. And all people do in this country is they fucking moan, and then they sit back down and go, "Oh well, that's how it is, and that's how it is." That's all we
It
do.
is. Literally. I have no issue paying for food when it's quality, but if you're talking about frozen burgers from a fucking supermarket, I can guarantee and tell you that right now that ain't quality, and it's the
No,
cheapest shit known to man. And it does not cost you. It should not cost you, should I say, £5 fucking 40, which is almost
no,
€7 in our currency, which is
yeah,
madness. That's the exact same as it is here. And you know what I say to people when that happens? Okay, you're paying a lot of money anyways. Do you know what you do instead? Go and support your local butcher, because you ain't going to pay that much more. Not anymore. Go
no,
support your local butcher. Go to it. We have them. They're everywhere. If you're in any sort of a village or a town or a city, you definitely have them. Go and support them instead. And if everyone fucking did that, the supermarkets would think differently. That goes for vegetables. That goes for every sort of food product.
yeah,
Go to
yeah,
your local. Go to your local. I don't know. We have like Asian stores here that sell all sorts of kind of ingredients that you think you don't get from a supermarket, like dried rice and fucking spices and shit. Go there. Go there instead. You're not going.
yeah,
You're on paper. On paper, you will pay a little bit more, but it's not that much of a difference anymore. kill the supermarkets, kill the big massive things. These are the same people that are constantly lobbying government as well, especially in Ireland. The big supermarkets, they like recently in Ireland they introduced a law whereby we have to put in on a bottle of any sort of alcohol, which the EU have implemented something very similar. But we, as Ireland, being the good little boy, get a little pat on the back for being better. Better. We care more than everyone else. Yeah. We had to go and lobby for our own, even more descriptive label of how poisonous alcohol is by labeling the calories per 100 milligrams. By putting in all these warning signs, which the EU were going to do anyway across the board, which every drinks company in the world was ready for, who supplied the EU. But no, Ireland had to go one up. We had to go one up on that. So these are the kind of people that are running everything. Fight them. Fight the corporation.
Yeah.
Fight the market.
100%.
Yep.
Joanne says, have you watched Slasher on Netflix? No, not yet. I ain't even seen that one. I'll have to have a look. Is that someone who pisses on people? Big up Yeti and Cole, lads. And
big up Adam, mate.
Big up Adam, mate. I had a burger the other day, 100% beef, and it was lovely. Never tasted the burger. I like it. Yeah, I mean, there is good stuff. But I mean, and also another thing you've got to take into account with the supermarkets, when the COVID thing started, they just let people go in and binge buy and and empty the shelves and everything like that, and anybody else that was there. I mean, I can remember people fighting over loaves of bread and stuff like that. The only thing you could actually get was Corona, the drink Corona, because everybody thought that was going to give them the virus. I mean, I remember it was insane.
I remember that exactly happening here as well, and that time for me was crazy because it was just after a car accident and everything. And literally, whilst I was in hospital 2 weeks later, the whole country went into lockdown after I got face surgery. Yeah, which is why I'm this ugly. I looked great before, by the way. No, I'm joking. But I remember as a kind of a meme / act of defiance, I remember going into the fucking supermarket and literally the shelves were empty. I know you saw it too.
Yeah.
And I went, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to get a 24 pack of 33 centiliter Coronas. I didn't give a fuck. I was walking through. People were looking at me like I was the devil, man. Like I was the devil walking with a creative. Like, it's fucking hilarious. So funny. Yeah. It just, but that just shows how utterly stupid we are. We are exactly. Honestly, mate. We don't deserve to be the dominant species. I'm sorry. We just don't deserve it.
Definitely
we don't deserve it. We don't. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is, what they didn't realise is you can actually, like, if you get a straw with Corona and you actually put the straw under your mask, you can still drink it and not get the virus, apparently. Stephanie says, I have recently purchased a Ninja blender and soup maker. Saved me a fortune already and much better soups. Nice. And Corona extra. Yeah, well, the good thing about Corona as well is because you went into the supermarket, you couldn't see anything that you wanted. There was like, and then all of a sudden down one alleyway, there was like 4 pallets full of Corona. That was all that was there, and they dropped the price obviously because people weren't buying it. So I mean, I did great out of it. If I'd had a car, I'd have probably took fucking 2 fucking pallets.
But that just goes to show, there, mate. No one was buying it. And what happened to the price? Where did it go? Yeah, it went down. Exactly. So it just shows it. Everyone just goes like, if everyone tomorrow just went, you know what, right? Fuck this. We're sick of all this stuff, and just refuse to buy whatever the thing is in question that we're upset about. That would change instantly.
Of course it would.
It would change instantly. And that's the power we have, and people don't realize it.
Yeah. It's just same as football. Same as football tickets. Same as your season tickets and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. If you don't pay it, it's going to drop. No other way of doing it.
And like we have this issue with absolutely every genre of life in Ireland, right? The biggest one being, well, not the biggest, but one of the ones that annoys me the most as someone who travels around quite a lot, and all my family live all over the place, so is hotel prices. Hotel prices, mate, in this country, for example, an average night now, pretty much, even in a place when there's no event, like say Dublin or Cork or Galway, even if there's no big event going on for the price gouging to happen, you're talking on average for a shithole, by the way, which means that you have to check in after 3 p.m. and get out of there by 11 a.m. You're talking nearly close to €300 now, which is about 260 British pounds. That's the average price we're spending for just to sleep in a bed for a bit. You know, if everyone said, you know what, for the next month we're not going to fucking go anywhere in Ireland for a night stay, even just a local populace. Never mind the tourists coming in from abroad. That would shake the entire industry up. Like,
of course it would. Of course it would.
It would.
Stephanie says digital ID talk, big mistake. Oh, 100% a big mistake. And you know what? I take right. Let me. This will get it right straight down the line. If people took notice of when governments say this will make your life easier, it's not good to do it. They did the same with the smart meters. They did the same with they give them away, and same with all the other things. And it's like, this will make your life better. And there's so many people that go, right, oh, well, apparently it'll make my life better, so I'm all for it. Fucking idiots, bro. I mean, and then you've got you've got all these people that pisses me off to fuck that sit there saying, lest we forget, and all this, that, and the other. When they fought for what you've got, they died without having any children, having any family life or anything. The only choice you have to make is say, I'm not doing that. And that's the only stand-up you need to do. You can't even fucking do that. You can't even do that. Digital ID is an absolute joke.
No.
You shouldn't need it. You've got a passport, you've got a driving license, you've got all these, you've got your national insurance. Why the fuck should we need that? You caused the fucking problem. You saw it out.
No, it's the next step to making it like China, mate. And if that goes through, I mean, I already think the UK it's on its last little tendon of a string at this point.
Yeah.
If that goes through, everyone consider leaving right now. It's gone. No, if that goes through, and I take very seriously what happens in the UK, because obviously I'm friends with you and other people as well from the UK, which nowadays we're all friends, so it's all good. But I worry massively, because usually what happens in the UK is very similar to what will happen in Ireland very soon. We're actually even more that leaning of control and not allowed to do this, not allowed to do that, than even the UK is right now. So if that goes through in the UK, that's the next thing coming from Ireland. I swear to God, that's me gone. Absolutely get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck. We have mad plans for things going on here right now in my family life. I don't give a fuck. I'm out of here. I am out of here if that happens. And it won't be in the fucking EU, which is the biggest fucking piece of shit construct ever. Anyway.
There's loads of signs. People just don't see them because they're hidden behind this will be better for you and your life will be better doing this. And I mean, him talking about it with a digital ID, I mean, there's so many like different things going on with it and stuff like that. And it's just, honestly, it's just ridiculous. What the fuck do you need that for when you've already got, you already know you are. You've got your birth certificate, you've got everything like that. There's only people coming into this country that don't belong here that's the issue. So don't try and make it all about us. I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous.
They're going to introduce a social credit score system. That's what they're going to do.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you fall under a certain line, you won't be allowed to do this. If you go below that line, you won't even be allowed to take a fucking bus somewhere. It's the ultimate level of control like they have in China.
Of course it is. 100%.
Respect to all the CCP people monitoring the stream. I like China. I love Chinese culture. I love Sichuan food. I love it all, but I do not like your government. I'm sorry. I do not want that here. If it works for you guys over there, fair play to you. No dramas. I do not want that here. Europe is about freedom of expression. It's about freedom of life, freedom of everything. That's the Europe I grew up to be. And whatever that's the UK, Ireland, France, Spain, Portugal, Greece, that's the UK, that's the EU I'm aware of. The Europe. Yeah. And if that goes away, then you may as well fucking nuke a lot of us there, if that's the case. Because then there's nothing worth staying here for. And apologies if that's a bit graphic what I just said.
Yeah, no, 100%. I totally agree with you. Steph, I had a soup maker lent to my mate. She blew it up. You know, I thought, oh, bad. It's called Control, Joanne. Oh no! And I interrogate Alexa every day. We are being watched. 1984.
Steph, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of Alexa now. Throw her in the bin. Get rid of it. Don't use AI.
You're being watched all the time. You're being watched all the time. And the worst thing is what you got to understand. I mean, you've got these VPNs and all this, that, and the other. you don't think for a minute that at some point, in order for the government to get round it, they're not going to turn around to these VPN companies and say, right, this is what we need you to do. Make people feel like they're hidden, but we'll give you this kind of money or whatever, you know. They'll do that, and then you won't even be hidden at all.
They're already doing it. Most VPNs are essentially owned by a state which has the best central intelligence agency in this entire world. It's called Mossad. That's where most of the VPN companies come from, and those people don't give a fuck about your privacy, and they're using it as we speak. As is Alexa, as is any AI. I refuse to use it. Even Google Gemini. You know, when you search something on Google now, you see the first search is an AI thing coming up for in a paragraph.
In
your phone. Have you seen that? I've disabled that. I'm like, no, fuck off. And even then, everything I do is being tracked. When I'm talking shit, when I put my phone over there and it's on the lock screen, it's off. You know, not off, but like not in use. That fucking piece of shit's listening to me. I know it is. I know it is. It's listening to everything I say. Everything we say, and that's what they do. And if there is a need and there is a time for them to kind of get me on something, if there's anything that comes out, if I become a revolutionary or anything like that, they have me fucked basically.
I mean, if I go out now, I don't even take my phone out with me because I mean, your phone's getting tracked. There's tracks on your phone. There's no doubt about that. So I don't even take that out with me. So it always looks like I'm in the house, but I am most of the time. But if I do go out, I don't bother taking it with me. But I mean, this is the digital age, isn't it? So that's pretty much what they're going to do. You think you're safe, but you're not. You know, just ridiculous, really.
And the worst thing is
for your benefit. It's always done for your benefit, and that's what I've said to my mum and dad all my fucking life. Everything they come up with is, oh, this is going to make your life better. And a lot of people just hear that, but then don't look into the part afterwards.
No. And the worst thing is that people have become so genuinely weak. Is that we've lost all contact with, like, this is going to sound very basic, but it is true. I think is that people have been completely removed from nature, how to grow even a herb, how to grow food, how to treat, even if you found a chicken, how do you prepare it? Nobody knows. A lot of people don't even know how to cook anymore, and certainly men don't know how to fight for what's important anymore, for sure. So nowadays, the majority of people in this current fucking generation will actually need things like this to feel safer in their own heads, because they're being completely disconnected from what's important to do. You know, even the concept. I'm going into a tangent here, but even the concept of whereby a married couple or a man and a woman have a child, and what's the first thing they do when it hits the age of 4? They send it into a school for 8 hours a day, so you can go work for 8 hours a day for another corporation. Let someone else raise your kids, doing God knows what, preaching God knows what to them, feeding them with information that only probably 12% of that is maybe useful in their day-to-day life. Let's be real here. Education is important to a degree. Depends what you're going to do in life. And then they come home. Family isn't even family anymore. The kids have their own whole world going on, which then makes you as a parent not feel that actually connected to your kids, but then creates issues going forward when the kid becomes a bit more conscious in his later teen years. And then you have family disconnections, which makes it even easier for things like fucking propaganda and things to take hold, because you have no roots of family or no roots of purpose. And then there you are. Here we are now in 2025, and the whole world is a fucking mess because there's no actual real, I suppose, roots to what's important to anything for most people anymore. That's my summary of the whole entire world right now, and it's a very sad thing. It's a really, really sad thing.
Oh, I mean, the thing is like, it's even being taken away from like when you're a kid, and because like when we were kids, it's like you didn't think about any of it or anything like that, did you? You're just messing around and playing around with your mates and stuff like that, and fucking around everywhere. And now they're even taking that away because they're fucking brainwashing them at a fucking really early age on bloody genders and all that kind of crap. You know, stuff that nobody needs to know anything about until you get to like a certain age where you start to realize things anyway. you know,
Yep.
and it's just fucking, it's absolutely ridiculous. But what's the easiest time to brainwash somebody? When you're a blank slate, when you're a kid, you know. So I mean, that's pretty much what they're doing now, and they've obviously got a lot of adults out there that's not falling for this shit. How do you make fire when world goes full Mad Max? Can't use Google. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you lost the internet all of a sudden, it'd be bedlam. Some people wouldn't be able to live.
Now, that's the internet. The world would be in bedlam. Now imagine losing electricity. Now imagine losing electricity for a month.
Yeah.
It's chaos. Utter chaos. People die of starvation. They would. They'd die.
Yeah,
they would, and it's that's where we've become. We've just become this. You know, it's like we're like the humans in the Matrix almost. We're just part of a system. We're numb. We're just there, hooked up to machines, and instead of machines, we're just hooked up for fucking working 8 hours a day. No matter if you're a couple, a husband and a wife has to work 8 hours a day. The system takes your children and molds them into the humans that they want in 20 or 18 years time. To be an active member for the workforce, to feed the fucking 1% up there that are claiming everything. That includes government, includes those mega rich billionaires and all those people. And that's what we've become. We don't even know what the fuck what it is to be a human being anymore, in my opinion.
No.
So
absolutely right. But it's all hidden behind. It's all hidden behind this. Be nice to everybody, be good to everybody, be kind to everybody, which to me is the biggest force on the planet, because that's just about you. That's not about them. Because if it was about those people you're being nice and good to, you wouldn't be feeling the need to explain to everybody who you're nice to and who you're good to. You're doing that all for your own fucking self. Now, I don't say don't be good to people and all that. If they're people that deserve you to be nice to them and deserve you to be good to them, then fine, go for it, and I'll do the same. But some people are just pieces of shit, and being nice to them means they'll never learn that they are a piece of shit, and that's not a good way for the future at all.
No. I've made life very hard on myself for the simple reason that I have to keep it real with people. Ever since I was a young man, and even at times where I knew it was going to be a problem, I knew I was probably going to lose a friend, a family member, whatever. I'm just like, well, do you know what? Real care is saying what you at least think, whether I'm right or wrong. At least being real with the person, whether they like to hear it or not, is the most important thing to do.
Of course it is.
Nowadays, it's not even about nowadays. I think people, you know, it's about being brave enough to do it. People are too afraid to offend anyone. Oh, like you see someone that you care about, like say your closest friend starts fucking doing cocaine every night or something like that, or starts doing fucking heroin every single night. It's like, oh yeah, bro, this is great. And you're like, oh yeah, it's fantastic. Oh, like no, you tell him no, stop.
No, of course you do.
Poison.
Of course you do.
Poison. Yeah. But nowadays, if I pick up a bad habit, if I picked up a really bad habit and was fucking kind of delusional to think it was a great thing, I don't think I'd have many people around me to actually tell me that it was bad.
No,
because people are too afraid of offending you nowadays. So I made life very hard on myself from being like that from a young age, and that's why I have a few people, thank God, and they count and they mean everything to me. But that I could count them on one hand. You know.
Oh yeah. I'm saying no. Yeah, I'm the same.
Oh, you're the same.
Yeah. Food and water wars. Yeah, absolutely. And it's same as like if you see somebody who's drinking too much, or you see somebody who's sniffing too much and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
As a friend, you tell them it's same as if you see somebody who's getting massively overweight to a dangerous level. You know, but you can't do that, because if you do that, then you're fat shaming. No, you're not. You're trying to save their fucking lives. You know what I mean? It's not. It's just. And we've been programmed into thinking that the thoughts that we have are against everything. You know, there's so many like things, transphobe, fucking. There's so many phobias. I mean, it's just off the scale. I ain't fucking scared of you. You're just fucking odd. People are starving all over the planet, and yet no one wants to talk about that. Never mind Gaza. Yeah, exactly. And that's all paid for anyway. I mean, that's all been discussed and sorted. I mean, thank God America's trying to sort something out there, because we're not really doing a lot. I do my bit on trying to recycle, but what is the point if majority of the world doesn't do it? Exactly. I mean, and they always make it our fault as well. The carbon footprint, the fucking this, that, and the other. You're talking about climate changes and all this, that, and the other, and the problem that's causing to the earth and the atmosphere and stuff. You're still flying around in your jets all fucking day. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just bollocks. It's bollocks.
And just if you don't mind a word to Stephanie's comment there, like I'm the same. I'm very conscious of stuff like that. But you know the worst thing is, it's not even the world not doing it. You doing it, I think there's only 2 or 3 materials that are actually effectively recycled into use, right? Even you, like I do, I split all the plastics, you clean them out, cardboard, glasses, jars, tin, all that. The only things that are actually actively recycled is tins, glass, and cardboard in the EU and UK, right, and America. If you're recycling plastics here, all of that gets shipped off. It's melted down, put into pellets and it's recycled grade plastic for like factory use. The problem is though, factories don't ever want to use it because it's a slightly less quality once it's broken down. So all these little plastic pellets that are recycled, if they even make it there in the first place, are stored in massive banks in the Netherlands. There's a guy called Boyan Slat, and he's a very interesting person. He's a young innovator for cleaning up the ocean and stuff like that, and he talks about it quite a bit. How recycling is basically the biggest scam to put guilt onto you. But aside from glass, tin, and cardboard, you're basically you may as well just throw it into the fucking landfill. Sadly, so interesting. But the point is, the guilt is on you though. Yeah, you're the reason why the world is all polluted and shit. It's up to you to turn off the little standby light on your skybox or on your place or on your PC. Make sure that little tiny LED light is off, because that'll save some.
Mate, you know what? That might be what's coming as well. Like if you leave a light on, or you don't get a bag for life, or something like that. There'll be messages coming up on your phone. You do realise you're killing like 10 people right now with leaving that light on.
If you're lucky, they may say, "Oh, you left your light on last night. No electricity for a week."
Yeah.
For the Yeti family. That's what it'll come. That's what it'll come eventually. That's what it'll fucking come eventually.
It's fucking insane, isn't it? And we're just asking for this control as well, which is just absolutely insane. And that's the worst part of it for me. The way we're just asking for this, we're like going, "Oh, please control us, please control us." Oh, but not too much. When do you think they're going to stop? They're not going to stop. They're going to continue doing it. They're not going to go, "All right, okay, we've now got them thinking this way, so we'll leave them alone now to get on with their lives." No, they're not going to do that. They're going to go further and further and further until they can control every aspect of your life. Ed Gein recycled, but in a good way.
In a bad way. In a bad way, she said, not a good way.
Bad. Fucking hell, I read that. How did I read? God damn.
Is that what? Are you projecting what's in your fucking brain there, man?
I must have been. Yeah, I must have been.
Ed Gein is a bad guy.
I must have been projecting there. The light at the end of the tunnel is permanently switched off. Yeah, absolutely. And what about all these factories with the great big fucking chimneys pumping shit into the air all the time? And the crap that's going into the rivers and all that kind of stuff that's going into the seas. They don't give a fuck about the environment.
I went fishing in my local river there at the end of summer, because I actually missed it for the most of it. I usually go, mate. Like, I was talking to an old guy who was fishing since he was like probably a kid, I assume, and he's saying like in the last 20 years there is literally no fish left, none.
No,
like there's none, absolutely none. And this guy probably had, judging by the look of him, he probably had 40 odd plus 50 years of fucking fishing experience. So it's not a skill issue, as the kids say. It's just the pollution. It's the runoff from fucking factories. And they're all doing it. It's from industrial farming as well. all the shit leaks in, all the nitrates into the water, which creates fucking algae blooms, which just saps the oxygen out. It's killing absolutely everything. There's no fish left, mate.
No.
I remember even when I was a kid, I used to go like, yeah, it wasn't like
A
fucking
fucking skill issue. That's another thing we do as well. People always try and say, "Oh, well, that's on you. That's on you.
Yeah.
That's your fault." I'm fine, but that's on you. We
Yeah,
do that
exactly.
a lot now as well.
We do.
You know,
Oh, we do.
which to me is
Absolutely.
just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. It's true. But anyway, this is just a point towards pollution is what I was saying there earlier. It's rife. But yet, mate, turn the light off your PC and the world will be grand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, do your bit, guys. Do your bit. What a pity Israel didn't keep that small brat Greta Thunberg. Well, yeah, I mean, they didn't do anything to her, did they? Let's face it. I mean, she was smiling away when they came and picked her up, yet she hates them, apparently. I mean, we're all being played. And there's some people that are just like being played so badly. It's just unbelievable. And it's just showing and it's mostly like really educated people because they're basically educated in everything aside from common fucking sense. And common sense will keep you alive, not knowing the circumference of the moon. You know, that won't keep you alive. Common sense will keep you alive. It's all right knowing all these clever things and having all this arithmetic and stuff. But if you're an idiot to walk across the road while you're reading the book and a fucking bus hits you, then what's the fucking point? You know, and that's been crowded out. Common sense has been crowded out. You know, same as in the COVID era. The COVID era was insane. That was a test to see how stupid people are.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what that was, and I can tell you right now, 97% of the entire population failed. They failed that test, or passed that test, depending on whatever way you look at it.
I think there's a lot more people passed than failed, to be quite honest. I think the stories you'll hear and the numbers they give says that, there was more went on the opposite side. But I don't think they'll tell you the truth in the respect that it's like, 70% of people didn't get jabbed or didn't do this, but 40% did. They're never going to tell you that, are they? You're always going to get the numbers that works for them.
I'm not actually putting up real numbers. I'm just basing it off of my experience with humans, and it's 97% of people seem to have been are retarded and definitely failed that test, from what I've seen anyway.
Yeah, I totally agree.
There is people that are clued in for sure around. The problem is that these people they tend to be very much like us and keeping themselves, so it's hard to meet them, and it's hard to get that boost of little boost of hope for humanity because they're hard to find. And a lot of them are too afraid to even speak out because it takes an element of bravery. It's one thing being clued in. The other fact is that you have to be brave to be able to say these things, which a lot of people shy away from. And I don't blame them. I don't blame someone for not being brave enough because the penalties depending on what your life is like. Like if you're in a family with people who are completely indoctrinated into a cult like of thinking, you can't lose everyone. A lot of people are too afraid to lose everyone. Or if you're in a job, for example, and it's just the only thing paying your fucking bills, it's not easy. It's fucking not easy. So they can be hard to find, and they're making it very hard for you to express yourself in that way. To which I wouldn't be surprised, mate, even on your stream, that in 10 years' time there could be penalties for what we're saying.
100%.
I wouldn't be surprised. Even me, I don't even have a channel, but I'm just saying, I could get a little letter in the post saying, "Oh, we heard you speaking ill of the whatever overlords are there at the time."
Yeah,
the
unapologetic
exactly. Overlords. That's coming. That's
coming. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened at all. Michael says, "Where are the audience?" And also, rock and roll ain't noise pollution. Absolutely. And off the grid people ain't stupid. I think there's a lot of people, if you mean off the grid, like living away, in different places and all that kind of stuff. If I could do that, then I would do that. Just, disappear and fucking live somewhere else out the way of everything and all that kind of thing. Because you can see kind of how it's going to go. And it's not a nice future. to be quite honest. And half of this lot, they won't even realise it until it's too late.
It's not far from already being too late, in my opinion, which is really sad and scary.
I think the digital ID is a big one.
It's the biggest, yeah. It's the biggest.
No,
Yeah.
that is the big one. To be honest, in my opinion, that is the big one.
So, can I ask you, if you don't mind? It has this been passed, or is this up for vote, or what's the crack with this for you guys? Or is
It's
it coming in at a
stalled.
certain day?
It's
Okay.
stalled at the minute because there's a lot of companies that they're trying to get to do them and create them are saying no, we ain't doing that.
Oh wow!
Well,
Fair
there'll be one or two greedy bastards, because the one thing that also that COVID showed us was just what assholes people can be, because it's like when that started on Facebook, I was in one of the groups and there was going, oh, is anybody struggling to get food or anything like that? And then basically they started making food for people and taking it to them, leftovers from their dinners and all this, that and the other. And all of a sudden, after about a week or 2 weeks, £5.50 a meal.
Human nature, mate.
Because that's what people are. And then the same on here. They're the same on YouTube. It's all about the fucking money and the fucking dosh. It does my fucking head in. Yeah. Honestly, like I've said to you before, when you watch a video and the first thing it says, oh, before you watch this video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. I'm like, bro, I ain't even seen what you're fucking doing yet.
Yeah. No. Things where money and opportunity, any platform where that's a possibility, you see the true nature of people, and they'll do anything. I'll give
you another example as well. YouTubers that, because people have got YouTube Premium, so the adverts aren't coming through, doing the actual adverts themselves in the middle of the stream. So, like, I'm talking to you now.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Oh, do you eat that cheese brie or something like that? And then you go, yeah, I like that. And then I turn around and say,
I do actually.
Talking about brie, there's this brie that I got from Tesco's the other day, and it's really, really good. And it costs this, and that's what they do. Yeah. And I don't like that either, because I don't want your fucking adverts, fucking, but that just shows what you are. Because you're like, I'm still going to do it, and I'm still going to make money out of it.
Oh, mate,
I am problem with people.
I am so happy I never got into YouTube, because I was tempted. People were telling me back in the day when I was kind of rife in the community in the early days, when I first joined about 5 years ago. I was going, why not start a channel? I'm so fucking happy I didn't, mate.
Yeah,
I'm saying that under the guise of, if I didn't blow up and make a fucking shit ton of money. If I made a shit ton of money naturally from it, cool. That would have been awesome. However, the way people are so fucking sneaky on this app, the way people would fucking pretend to be your fucking friends and do all this shit, and just like, even when you're in channels and you're seeing chatters just licking up. Even when it comes down to being a mod, for example, people just desperate to become that. Desperate for subs, desperate for likes, and acting like they don't care about it, but they do deep down. All that shit to me, I'd put a bullet in my own fucking head if I was around that. If I was a content creator. I'm so happy I did. So happy I fucking did.
I don't think it would have been a good idea, to be quite honest. I mean, there's that many people. I mean, you've got people that are real, you've got people that ain't, you've got people that just that for this, that, or the other. I mean, look. Like Stephanie says, human nature is to shaft each other both literally and financially, sadly. Yeah, it is. It's always to get one up, And I think that's what kind of makes the cave special, because it's not about any of that kind of thing at all. And it never was. And that's why these people that come in start going, oh, you're not going to get big on this channel if you don't keep blocking people. And I'm like, well, I've got you right there, because you think because I've got a YouTube channel, that's my main aim. Yes, it's nice to have subs, but then if you're not the right people, you will be fucking gone. So, you've gone down the wrong angle there. Not all of us are like that. Not all of us want that.
No, it's all about what your motivation is for creating a channel in the first place. Do you want it to be a space where you can have a fun time, hang out, bring people on that and get along well with and have a laugh with, then it doesn't matter how many fucking subs you have. If it's 5 subs and 5 people watching you, then you're gonna have a bit of crack. If your goal is to create YouTube and become a big superstar, you know, then all of that applies. You know, it's all relative. Then it applies. Then you shouldn't ban anyone. Then you should let anyone.
That comes with the pressure, though. That comes with the pressure as well. And then you've got to start creating things. And there's a lot of them don't create fuck all, to be fair.
Creation is a very overused word in YouTube, in my opinion.
100%. Totally. And then you've got all these AI things now where you've just got channels that's just basically AI. I mean, you've seen about this Sony AI that I use to make the songs and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's really insane. But they are. And you're putting mad lyrics in there that probably, like, you know, I mean, are probably very hard to work with. Like, if you give those lyrics to a musician with that song, they'd be like, shit, how am I going to fit all that in? But AI just does it. It just does it. Yeah. It's creepy. It's fucking creepy, man. It
is. And then you've got like the things where it just basically, it's so easy. You just like put into it, right? I want this bar chart and I want these teams on it and this, that, and the other, and just do that. And the amount of views and things that they get and stuff like that, it's like, well, why does anybody bother? I mean, I'm noticing nowadays that when people do the videos to put out, they're using AI voice to speak. It's not even them doing the speaking.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck me, how fucking lazy can you get?
Yeah. Well, that's the way it's going to go, mate. That's the way it's all going to go. We'll be watching movies. We'll be paying 30 euro, £30 to go watch a movie that was all AI generated in about 10 years' time.
Oh, yeah.
And we all think, yeah, this is normal. Oh, that's the best AI. We won't, the way we speak about directors like Quentin Tarantino and all them greats. We'll be speaking about AI fucking studio labs, going, oh, OpenAI has a great, that movie, they're consistently fantastic. OpenAI's movies are amazing. We happily paid £30 to go watch it. It's like a fucking bunch of retards that we are. So,
Stallone apparently is considering doing like an AI generated Rambo film. Where it makes him look younger.
Who needs that in their life?
Yeah, exactly.
Rambo First Blood, great movie.
Quality.
Awesome for the time. Quality.
Yeah.
You should have left it at that, mate. Leave it at that. The shtick is done.
I like the second one. I like the second.
Yeah, first two, that's fine. Fuck off. Now go away.
Yeah.
I mean, to be considering AI to keep that franchise going is insane to me, but you know, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen with everything. With absolutely
the thing is, it's all going to be AI. I mean, even like with your game developers and stuff like that, they're getting AI to do that stuff as well. So that means more people lose their job. That means more fucking poverty and AI taking over everything. So it's like the old robot taking over things, which is pretty much on the verge anyway, isn't it?
It literally is. And the worst thing about that is that, like, you know, one company could be the biggest movie, music, game, whatever else creator, which is terrifying for the simple reason that it's all going to come from one narrative. Whoever's at the top of that OpenAI AI company. So you're going to get the same. Well, whoever may be at but exactly. Whoever is going to be at the helm of that is going to put their little input on everything. So there's going to be the same ethos, the same genre, the same tolerance towards whatever religious expression of violence, whatever it may be. That's the problem. It's going to fucking get away with the color. It's going to remove the color of human input, and that's so dangerous, especially to the world of art. It's really sad.
Okay, if you've got a robot and you're just stuck doing what you're doing and all that kind of stuff, and then you say something or sing a song, you're like, oh, that's a violation, you're not allowed to say that, or you know what I mean? Do you imagine it? Oh my days. And they contact the authorities and they're knocking on your door saying your robot just said you called someone this, and
does anyone have a Sarah Connor's number just in case? No. Just we need her, bro. We may need to call that bitch up.
Michael says, yeah, he will get to the point where we can't say what we want. Mind you, that's already happening, mate. I know it's coming, fella. Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. Definitely. 100%. Your words are weapons, to these people. And, and they're frightened that you're going to put it out to like other people and stuff like that and get people on side with what you're thinking. But the one thing I would say, which is something of a good news thing, is there is a lot of us, like me and Cole and you, Michael and Stephanie. There is a lot more than you think. There is a lot of us.
Yeah, I really hope so. I really, really hope. Mate, I need to go for piss. I'm back in 2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, there is a lot more of us than you think. There's a lot of more people that have woke up to the situations that's going on. Some of them won't wake up at all. They'll stay in the situation, and and hopefully someone else will sort it out. But then again, some of the stuff that's happening now is just insane. There's just no common sense to it at all. AI robots in our homes are on the way. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. 100%. And also, you'll have what they're trying to work on in Asian countries and stuff like that is like AI girlfriends and robot girlfriends. I mean, you've already got people that have got dolls that they have in relationships with and shit. I mean, it's insane, mate. It's absolutely insane. And if you get AI girlfriends and stuff like that, and you're not actually getting out with real females, then basically that's going to stop the old population, the reproduction and everything, isn't it? Unless they make the babies have baby fucking washing machines, I don't know, but yeah, I mean that's the route we're heading down. And to be fair, we've asked for it. Not me or you or Carl or Steph or anybody that comes in here, but most of us have asked for it. It's like we're screaming out for it. And the thing is with governments and people that's in power, they create problems to save you from. They create problems to be able to have a solution to make you think that they are needed. And that's pretty much how they stay in power. And they've always done that. And that's what they're doing again. All the thing, and the problem is there's people that are getting paid to go and do these protests and stuff like that, and they don't give a toss. They don't care because they're making money out of it. People that have sold their hotels over for the immigrants and stuff, they don't care because they're getting paid loads of money for it. They couldn't give a stuff. As I've always said, if you're legal and we know everything about you, then I don't have no issue with it. But if you're illegal and we don't know everything about you, then there's a problem there. The problem. That episode on OFAH with them dolls is an absolute classic. Yeah, 100%. Well, I mean, that's another thing, isn't it? With OnlyFans, some of them now are using like AI women on there and making loads of money out of it. It's insane. It is absolutely insane, to be honest. If I knew how to do it, I wouldn't do it. Not interested. But it is absolutely crazy. I was just saying, Cole, about the robot girlfriends and all that kind of stuff. You've got people now that's bedding up and having relationships with dolls, for fuck's sake. These realistic looking dolls. And, you're going to get the robots as well. What's that going to do? It's going to stop reproduction, isn't it?
In certain areas, yeah, mate. In the
smaller amount of people, the easier they are to control.
Literally. But there's been recorded cases of 1 or 2 people already in a self-proclaimed relationship with ChatGPT, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
They're in a romantic relationship because like this, the only person that probably talk to their crazy ass. Like it's insanity.
It is.
It's absolutely insanity. It's look, mate. The world is absolutely in a very dangerous state of affairs where I think we need kind of a reset in the sense of where we move away from the kind of technological advancements, which has been the narrative now, or been the drive for the last, I mean, I suppose nearly 80, 90 years, and almost revert back. I think we need to revert back, you know, work hard, know where your food comes from, learn how to grow it, learn how to make a fence, learn how to paint the fence. You know what I'm saying? Like, just learn how to have chickens and keep them safe.
Well, I would hope anybody would know how to paint a fence. You just get some paint and put paint on it, surely.
Nah, mate. I honestly, nowadays, I wouldn't be surprised if you gave a random person in the street a fucking paintbrush, a paint can, and a fence. They'd probably end up painting themselves and identifying as what the fucking color is. Honestly, man, that's where my head is at.
Oh, mate, I'm just thinking of it now when they turn back up with a can, with a thingy and the brush in their hand, and they're all blue and going, "I'm done." I'm finished.
Too right, you're fucking done, mate. You are done in,
mate. That is hilarious.
That's so funny. So, yeah.
That would be hilarious, but not. Did you see they recently ran tests on an AI shutdown scenario to see what it would do, and it resorted to blackmail and murder as its survival solution? Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? That's it. Well, I mean, they ran tests of how to deal with the COVID situation about 3 or 4 months before it all actually happened. It wasn't settled, though, guys. It wasn't settled, but yeah.
I'm just going to say this now. If you get a power cut and the stream just abruptly ends after our course of conversation, I'm going to have a mini heart attack. I'll be paranoid for the rest of the night. I'd be so fucking shitting myself.
It wouldn't surprise me, mate, if they do, if things do get listened to. But I don't. The thing is, like, you've got. I mean, on my channel, yeah, you'd be probably in trouble because there's not that many sort of viewers and stuff. But the thing is, if it was on a bigger channel, you know, then where they're getting out to a lot of people, then yeah, it might be an issue. Yeah. But fucking know.
Oh, who cares? We have good chats anyway, mate. There's a good bunch of people in here always willing to listen to you when you go live, and you know that's what the goal is, mate. You know, fuck money, money anyway. Money's the poorest version of paper that there is, mate. You know, yeah, fuck all that.
Yeah, too many people are driven by it, don't they? Because they're getting to habits and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But then they have to use to fund the money. I mean, it's same as like the footballers, you know, they get so much money and then they buy a nice house and then it's like, I want a bigger house now. So I need more money, you know, and it's like, you know, it's the same sort of thing in that respect. It is a curse. There's no doubt it's a curse. As soon as you start getting a lot of it, you want more of it. You know?
See, I think that's a personality thing too, though. Like, I think, like, for example, if you gave me tomorrow €1 million, right? Say $1.5 million, whatever. I'd build a house and be eternally grateful for it, and be so happy, and be very conscious about how lucky I was to get that $500,000 or $1 million, whatever it was. But I think it's something that's born from within. If you're the type of guy to find yourself upon riches and constantly chase a dragon every single time of getting more and more and more, a bigger jet, a bigger house, a better car, having 10 cars, now I want 20 cars, having one wife, having 4 fucking women on the side. I think that's in you from the core. You know what I'm saying? I think money is a highlighter or a catalyst for what humans really are. Yeah, I always say the people with the most money use it the most ineffectually, in my opinion. Because if I was a multi-millionaire, that means that everyone around me is looked after. That's what that means.
Yeah.
So, but no one else does it.
100%.
No one else does that, sadly.
If I had that kind of money, mate, I'm becoming fucking Batman.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm just thinking of what your Batmobile would be. It'd be just like, what? Yeah, it'd be just like a motorbike with a big massive spear coming out the front of it. Just impaling people on your way over.
Yeah, I mean, it's
some fucked up.
It's insane. I mean, and when you've got this AI thing and all these robots and stuff, then you're completely opening yourself up to a James Bond villain, aren't you?
Oh,
that like takes over all of them.
Yeah. We'll need a James Bond fucking very soon to keep us fucking safe from all this shit, mate. None of us are brave enough. None of us are brave enough.
Nope. Michael says, "Oh no, the YouTube police! I'm so scared." Not. And money, the ultimate powerful tool. Many turn easily for that. They do. Yeah, 100% they do. 100% they do.
Yeah, most do.
Totally, and it's sad because you should always say what you think and all that kind of. Otherwise, you're just another robot walking around doing the same thing as everybody else.
Yep.
You know,
but it's their way. It's their way of nullifying the independent media rise, which is unprecedented from their perspective. The fact that there's people who, no matter who you are, can just have a camera in your back pocket like everyone does nowadays with an iPhone and just stream and make content. This is their way of controlling it, is by money incentive. So when there's talks of you being monetized, it means, oh, we can take that away if you break the rules now. Or if you're earning a sole living from it, then it's even more scary to you. You know, that's why that's their only way to combat the people's resistance to everything else and to propaganda media, legacy media, and everything else. But it's working. You know, it's working. So
it is working. I mean, there's no doubt about that. It is actually working because there's too many people that's not standing against it, isn't there? Word on the street says if Havertz was fit, he would start over G14. Criminal. Is that what they say?
What did I say at the start of the season, lads? What did I say?
Obviously, if
Havertz is available, he will start over Gyökeres, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's Arteta's little fucking, his hill to die on. That 65 million signing that when he gave the penalty to, remember that? He gave him the penalty, and then when he scored it, ran him over to the fans and made sure he got his applause. And when Gyökeres was in a bit of a need of a goal, no, Saka took it for his 200 game, Differences, lads. Differences.
Yeah. Called it. You called it. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's
we'll see.
He's got his favourites, Sonny, and Gyökeres ain't exactly setting the world alight with his tactics, is he? To be fair,
no, he isn't. I must say, I when Gyökeres first signed, I was happy with his signing over Sesko, but I wasn't. I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch Portuguese league for the last 2 years. I didn't. I've seen a couple of highlights, like we all do. Didn't make any judgment on it. But what I've seen of him so far, goals or no goals, everything I'm liking. I'm really liking everything that I see from him. His runs are incredible. I seen about 8 occasions where he probably could have got goals from a decent pass if our players were used to seeing someone make a decent run in the forward line for a change. But I think he'll come good in the end. I think he'll come good.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched him a lot, as I told you, when you was going to get him and that. I mean, I know how good he is, and he's looking to me at the minute as an Arsenal player about 20%.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, literally. He's not Arteta's sign.
No, that's right.
He's not Arteta's sign. Well, as Michael just says. As Michael just said.
100%. 100%. And I think, to me, you say what you want about Arteta, and people say, oh, why don't you like him, and all this, that, and the other, because he's fucking clueless. He's got one of the best striking fucking players at the moment. Probably Ireland, I would say, is probably above him. But, he's got one of the best striking prospects, and he's now got number 9, but he has no idea how to implement that. Yeah, apparently he's the best tactical coach ever, according to what I hear.
He is just such an absolutely abysmal, abhorrent human. Arteta is everything about him. I can't tell you one thing I could say, even removing my feelings on him as an Arsenal manager. Even removing that, I couldn't tell you one thing I could say is a good aspect of the guy. No. Everything about him annoys me. His look annoys me. The fact that he doesn't wear he's never once once wore club attire on match day. Pisses me off. This annoys me. His lack of tactics, his favoritisms, his apparent his apparent ethos of football tactics that nobody still knows to this day what that is.
No.
He doesn't know what that is, but we all, no, not us, but the entire population seems to just fall asunder to it. Cult-like. It's like all of society's problems is condensed into something as small as Arsenal Football Club and its fan base. And that's what I think irks me the most about it.
Yeah.
So he's a piece of shit, man. I can't stand him. The day he goes, I'll be so fucking happy.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I mean, and with the players he's got at the moment and with what he's doing at the moment, he should really, I mean, he should be cleaning up. I know you're top of the league at the minute, but he should be cleaning up this season.
No excuses, yeah. Absolutely no excuses.
No.
The player. I mean, you look at the squad now. The squad now is insane. It's insane. If he can't win at least one trophy at the end of this season, if anyone says to keep him next year, following that, then you're clearly out of your mind. You're crazy. You literally have no brain in your own head. Yeah,
totally. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, you've got me as a Forest fan, sort of in the situation that we're in. And then you've got to look at your team, and it's like, fucking hell, I mean, you should be winning everything, really. I mean, you should have a team good enough to win everything because you've got it together. I don't think you're 100% on it at the moment, which is not a bad thing because you're top of the league, you drive into it. But so I don't think you've got it 100% going on at the minute. But when it does actually click together, which I did see in the last 2 games, that Gyökeres was getting a lot more of the ball and they was trying to get him involved a little bit more. So maybe he's learned his lesson there, or maybe the players have decided, hey, let's give it to that fucking big number 9. He can score. That might be the case as well, which they'll probably get smashed out of them as well. Oregon Goon, how you doing, Dal? You all right, mate? Evening, Dal. Hope you're a good fella. And Michael, doing good, brother. And big up, Dal, says Cole, who's sat at the side of me over there.
Yeah.
But,
I just didn't want to interrupt. I'm being polite.
But yeah, I mean, another one that will lose as well is Souls. I didn't say Souls, did I? We'll definitely lose him if we went there.
Best goalkeeper in the league last season.
Yeah.
Best
definitely gone if we get up. No doubt about that.
No, I really do. Genuinely, I'm not saying this is like a, I have a massive gripe with like this whole like, football banter type thing. Everyone has to like banter each other all the time. Yeah, if it's your rivals, do it. But like in my case, I mean this sincerely. I really do hope you guys get it together. But I will say I have a sneaking suspicion, and I'm quite firmly believing that Edu, since his arrival to your club, has been possibly.
Oh yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, I'd agree.
Because it's no coincidence that like Edu arrives, the first big summer transfer window, all this shit starts to happen. Players are being signed that I don't necessarily think Nuno Espirito Santo agreed with. I don't think so. Hence his annoyance. The guy is that guy is an absolute snake oil sales. And the fact that Marinakis, how would someone like Marinakis even fucking fall for that shit? It's one thing the Arsenal fought for him for a while, given his history at Arsenal, being a part of our fucking team and being a bench warmer for the Invincibles. But like for you guys to take him on is insane to me. And I wouldn't be surprised if he has something to do with this. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I think your fans should keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on him very, very closely. Because he's a dodgy bastard.
Well, you've also got that Ross Wilson who's decided to leave as well and become the sporting director for Newcastle. I mean, it can't be a coincidence that all of a sudden he comes in and then it all starts like going to shit. I mean, you can't really sort of not. I mean, we'll see what happens afterwards. But that Ross Wilson was really good at what he did. I mean, they hit his release clause, I think it was, or something like that. But he obviously wanted out as well. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gone, would he?
Yeah, and these people talk behind the scenes. They always talk behind the scenes. He probably expressed interest that he wanted to leave behind media curtains. So. Yeah,
probably weren't happy about the Nuno thing either.
Yeah, but and I don't know who said in the comments. I think it may have been Scald. Apologies if I'm wrong. But like it wouldn't surprise me if there's a lot of players upset with that decision too, because
Yeah.
Nuno's he's a charismatic guy. You know, he seems like he seemed to me like a very real type of dude, which I'm sure some of the players resonated with massively. And, you know, just for
Yeah.
him to leave to be ousted for. Yeah, you wouldn't mind if he was being replaced by someone amazing, but like for fucking Ange, like Jesus Christ.
Well, when they came back for pre-season, there was fucking hugging him and stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
he obviously made a difference, you know.
Of course he did.
So,
Of course.
and then with Ange, he looks disconnected to me because it's like, you know, you don't stand on the sidelines watching your players try and do something and slapping your head and fucking going off for fuck's sake. You know, you just that to me is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's selfish as well. It's a selfish behavior, you know. It's all about me, you know. It's all about.
It's like saying it's not my fault; it's their fault.
Literally.
You know?
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Just literally
ridiculous. I mean, hopefully they get it sorted out. And look, I ain't against Sean Dyche coming in. To be honest with you, I thought he did fantastic for Burnley. Whether it worked for us or not, I don't know. But it can't get much worse, I don't think, from what we've got at the moment.
I think. I honestly think right now, given that it is a crisis situation, it is a crisis situation for Forest right now, given the fucking kerfuffle you guys got yourself into. He's probably the best guy you could take on because he's going to at least cheer up the shop. Survival is key right now for this year, and if something can happen next year during the summer, availabilities, this, that, and the other for betterment, then go for it then. Because right now it's a case of fucking clawing back and surviving, and which is such a sad thing to say for your club. It shouldn't be this way. It shouldn't be this way either. But
no,
it wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing having Sean Dyche here.
Just silly decisions and silly mindsets and things like that, innit? And you know, just how it goes. I mean, hopefully Nuno works out for West Ham. I think he's getting to know like his players and stuff at the minute. I mean, I think he got a draw, didn't he, in his first game, and he'll get used to sort of playing for him. Did they beat Palace, or was that was a draw, wasn't it?
Good question. My memory is of a goldfish these days. I drink too much, so
can't remember if they actually beat Palace.
I'll look it up. Oh, fuck off. West Ham.
I remember Jack being. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they beat.
Yeah.
No, that's Everton. What am I on about? It's West Ham, innit? What the fuck am I on about, man? That's Everton.
But you were right. West Ham did draw. So it was Everton, but yeah. But no, Crystal Palace they lost at the last minute after dominating the game. Wasn't it 2-1 or something?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
and the ref was apparently
they've got to get that sorted out.
Yeah.
They've got to get that sorted out. I mean, because they're having some really good chances. I mean, they could have beat Liverpool, let's face it. And they had some wicked chances in the first and second.
They did. They did beat them.
Oh, yeah, they did beat them, didn't they?
Yeah.
Nketiah scored, didn't he? Yeah,
he did. He did madly enough. But that was so deserved. That was so deserved.
It was 100%. Because that goal should never have counted. I'm sorry, it shouldn't.
No. I agree. That Glasner is something special. That guy. He is a really, really special manager.
Yeah,
really, really special manager.
Definitely. I think it'd be a big shame if Man United did come in and take him. To be honest, because I think
I agree.
He's going to have the same struggle at Man United as everybody else is.
Yeah, I agree with you, mate. I don't think that the issue at Man United is a manager per se. It's the entire club structure. The whole structure of the club is rotten. You know, I've said this many times. A lot of us have said this many times. I think it'd be a waste. You know, because there's managers that will go there and ruin their career. Even Ruben Amorim. If Ruben Amorim had moved on to say, I don't know, whoever else may have been available to take over at the time of an on paper upgrade, probably could have been doing bits right now. But there's something weird at Man United. There's something I can't put my finger on what exactly it is, but the club ain't the club I used to remember it being anyway. Put it that way.
No, it's not going right, is it? There's something going on
No.
somewhere that's not working it right. Was a
No.
draw to Scald? Yeah, absolutely. And Dy's style of football suits Forest, where he's the guy. Mind you, he had difficult circumstances at Everton. Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at somebody who plays the same. Mind you, one thing I will say is the first half of the game where we played the wing back system.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that worked quite well actually, until we had to change it up. I thought the wing back system was working quite well, so that's kind of the only positives I can give. But then we had to change it obviously because Murillo went off, so we had to go back to a back four and the same thing as we was doing before. But the wing back thing did look all right. But if that's his idea, then why hasn't that come out before now?
See, that's the thing, right? I thought it was going to be some. He said it was going to be sorted by Wednesday 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember,
Stupid
which is a
thing to say.
silly thing to say. Really was.
Mm.
And then you're changing some of the tactics. Yeah, look, mate, he's a fish out of water, or a kangaroo out of the outback, whatever fucking term you're supposed to use.
Kangaroo out the outback.
Yeah, that's just right. I was trying to think of a fish reference.
Kangaroo out the bush. Well, yeah, because it's like basically having this fish, right, which is like Nuno, which looks really good, and we look a really good team with this fish. But like, all of a sudden, you sell this fish on eBay for like £2.50, yeah, and then you're getting this other fish, which costs you about 50p on Temu. Yeah. And then you have to sort of work with that fish, but that fish smells and it's gone off. You need to throw that fish away, don't you?
Yes, I'd agree with you there, mate. I agree with you. That's a great analogy, mate. That's fantastic. I love it. I love it.
So that's pretty much what we need to do then. Get rid of the fish.
Yeah, get rid of the fish, mate. Get rid of the fish. Yeah, we have to keep these fish analogies going until the end.
Oh yeah, definitely.
100%. When you first did that, it absolutely ended my life. I was.
I don't even know where that came from, mate. To be honest,
it was just you just started speaking, and I think it just ended up like I was like, "What the fuck is he even trying to say?" Oh, I love it. Oh, I love the verbal.
One of my best analogies.
I think the verbal typos have to beat the actual typos. I think they're so much funnier. They're so
definitely, yeah. 100%.
Right,
anyway, mate, we've done like 2 hours and 50, so I need to get something to eat. So
absolutely, mate. You have a big day ahead. You have a long day tomorrow as well, mate. And RIP to your friend Dean.
Cheers, man.
Best wishes to Freddie as well. Hope it goes well. And, thanks for having me on, mate. I really appreciate it.
No worries. Anytime, mate.
Thank you very much.
Anytime.
Right.
Okay, guys. So that's it for this chill stream. I need to get food, and obviously I've got a big day tomorrow. So big up to Carl for coming on. Always great chats and a great laugh as well. Big up to everyone who's in the chat as well. Absolute legends, and 100% dwellers, and nothing but respect on that. And so guys, check out the Ed Gein Monster live that I did, about 18 minutes. I'll be doing them live from now on with the reviews and things. Well, not reviews, but honest thoughts and stuff. But might have Dark Wolf coming up, because I've started watching that, and also finished watching Gen V as well, which is like a spin-off from The Boys. So I'll probably do something on that as well. And The Long Walk. And I think Tron's out now. Welcome to Derry. I'll be doing that as well. The It sequel. Looking forward to that. Hoping it's going to be good. And bye-bye, says Scald. Take care, bro. And great stream, guys. Have a good week, fellas. Yeah, same to you, man. Same to you. And all that's left to say is keep it real, keep it yeti. And tatty fucking bye. Have a good evening, guys, and I'll see you all later.
You too, mate.
There you go.